Live, it's episode 5 on this Turnkey Kidz podcast, and O.Verses has come back to town. We just wanted to let you know we spent the whole last episode just talking shit. Told him we're gonna tell him when he gets back.
But in the beginning of the last episode, like, oh, y'all got anything to say? I'm like, well, they're gonna get some phone calls.
Yeah, right. No, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Maybe next month. Well, let's have fun. We got a couple things to talk about tonight, but first we're gonna jam this Know Me remix.
Just think you know me, you don't know me. To know is to be aware through observation. You've been looking through the wrong lens. Now your inquiry will be with accuracy because you get it firsthand.
Heat it up like legendary, old school vibe like Tom and Jerry. Ride with me and have no worries. Let me tell your ass a little story about a boy who came to glory. Vodka got me seeing blurry. Damn, you gon' hear me like mandatory. You Mandarin, I'm I, man. I pop you like a tire, man. You spittin' like retire, man. You fake it, then you wanna, man. We roll you marijuana, man. Stuntin' out Jackie Chan. I'm spittin' cash at 100 bands. Protect your neck, that's where the tang. These nuts, I'm just gon' let them hang. Track is popping off like bang. Coming in like I'm the man while climbing this economy. These suckers steady clowning me. Get the hell stop pounding me. These 808s keep pounding me. Beat release that hounding me. These uppers keep on downing me. These suckers scary Halloween. OV a gent, respect the queen. OV a gem, respect the dream. Hand out of pockets, now won't you take a bow? Taking off like rockets, then we don't know, yow. Get out of sockets, we put you back like ow. No us, we make it wiggle, head go back and forth. Track on fire, it's alright, we got the H2O. Hit so hard, you gon' need United HMO. Pick a beat, any beat, we bring them to the Alamo. Oh, you can eeny, meeny, miny, mo. In other words, we eating every one of those. OX him out, he coming in like tic-tac-toe. No solo, no dolo, the crew roll with me. AC, OV, HIGG. We in the game no longer wishing like Skilo. Hello?
I'm bringing fire to the boot, man. You do it for the clout, when I do it for the truth. Catracho en la sangre, that's the roots. The general in my city, when they see me, they salute. Eyes open for the opposition. Bad intentions when they see you in the top position. Contradictions in most of all their compositions. Lying on their records more than politicians. Stand on my pivot, if I'm open, I'ma shoot. Been going for the 3 when they still going for the 2. If it ain't bout the loot, I'm Bobby Johnson with the deuce. I had to go and make a way before I make me an excuse. Por eso paso en lo mío. La calle está caliente, muchos corazones fríos. Y yo a nadie le envidio. El único que temo es a Dios y Jesucristo. Keep my culture on my shoulder, I won't stop until it's over. I was posted like a soldier before everything was kosher. Promise to never break or never fold. Treat this boot like a window to my soul. If you ain't know, then
no solo, no dolo, the crew roll with me. AC, OV, HIGG.
In the game like AD, we ain't playing in the NO. Meet the toddler who like to get him up, but wiser in my sipping cup. No naps to go get it, too anxious to be a sitting duck. Envy's for McKenzie, doggy ready to live it up. Present the adolescent who's ready to get his chicken sucked. Fatherless home arose the crack in the mortar. Cold won't turn over, she can't afford to buy a fix to start. I guess I had to hit the street, hoodlums log of marijuana. Why mama got a problem with me hanging around the corner? Put my peeps on the track to gain from the older cats. They got the elbow sacks, chrome flats, gats, holding racks. I'm shucking oysters on the weekend, they serving the fishermen. I got $1 and a dream upon a star, I wish again. I know God can hear me talking, how often he listening. Soon enough I will discover my muscle is with the pen. The ability to bend, stretch words and observe. I lie for what it is, your head nods with temper. When the summer is hot, you know I'm real with this shit. Don't know me, oh you know me now, you know I'm killing this bitch. When the summer is hot, you know I'm real with this shit. Don't know me, oh you know me now, you know I'm killing this.
With Higgnz, O.Verses, and
Alan Kubis.
It's funny. That's fun.
Is that like Balzar from Coneheads? Yeah.
Say, you said his name was Kubis.
Cubis, I fucked up. I didn't Spanish it up.
and look, so everything I did was following his lead. We're gonna blame him. Yeah. It's his fault. That's what happens when you go hang out in Denver and, like, you know, at high altitudes and lose that much oxygen.
Yeah, dude, that shit's rough out there. It's hard to breathe. It really is.
So yeah, what was all right? We'll just go straight to the highlight. If there's anything out of Denver that brought at you, like, what was your best thing that you did?
The best thing that we did was the coolest thing was the speakeasy bar, which like we had to, prior to it was a few hours before, we had to text this place and make a reservation. The website, you go to the website, it's just a doorbell, and then you press the doorbell and it sends you in, so you request reservation. So they text you back a few hours later and they text you back with this Illuminati looking sign and tell you directions, like, okay, go down this alley, knock on this door at this certain time. So it's like, man, what? So we got this thing, and we driving trying to find it, and we walking down this alley, and it looks like a parking garage. So walking down this alley, and we see a door, and the door has the same symbol as the email, the Illuminati sign on the doorbell. So we ring the doorbell, we wait a little bit, somebody comes in, and walk in, it's like a boiler room, and then we walking down like into obviously like underground, because we were like level. So we walked down like two sets of stairs, and then we walked down a hall, and then they got a door on the left. We opened the door, and it's an awesome bar. It's like a 50s, 60s style bar, and then with food and everything. So that was the coolest part.
So it's kind of like a prohibition style.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's fine.
It was really cool to see that. And the shittiest thing was the whitewater rafting. That no.
All right.
You sound like you don't like the rafting.
So would you do it again?
No. That's something you survive because you have to. That's not something you pay to do.
Not even knowing what you've been through once. Like, you don't think you can go through it again with the proper, let's say if the crew, let's say you go out there on Monday and y'all spend the next 3 days preparing.
Oh but this isn't something you should do with barely any sleep, hungover, and they put us in these suits. They gave us a helmet. It's already hard to breathe.
That was the red flag right there, huh?
And then we don't know what we signed up. We signed up for intermediate. That means beginner, right? So they gave us an hour.
There's an expert level?
Yeah, so they gave us an hour talk on this, like what to do, what not to do. We signing waivers. They telling us how many people died this year. I'm like, died, dude. I'm not ready for it. So the whole time they talking, I'm trying to listen to the instructions on how to paddle, and I'm having a panic attack at the same time. Because they're like, if your unit does not work together, you will fail. And fail means you could die. And the three dudes I'm with, are like, we not about to work together, like
So they tell you fail or you die.
Yeah, so we going in the first 3 minutes. They're like, in 3 minutes you have a little drop. So I'm just thinking, a little drop. No, we come into a drop and it's a waterfall, and then you don't see the other side of the water. And at that moment I'm like, dude, we fucked up. Dude, we're not supposed to be doing this. We're not trained for this. Like, no way. So we hit that first drop, and Joseph goes flying out the car, out the raft. We gotta pull him from under. He comes up and his eye says, "We fucked up." Like, this is
like
real.
You seen the fear.
Yeah,
like true fear.
Yeah. So from that moment he fell. He kept consistently falling out. Like, he even wrote, like, it was just bad. It's like from that moment
why was he keep falling out? Was he not holding on or something?
No, he was holding on with dear life, like we all were.
Well, we know one guy who ain't never going back.
No, he's not going back. And it was his idea, and I was like, you sure? Because last time you planned a water event was in Key West when we went snorkeling, and boom, we almost died because we don't respect the water.
Well, what seat he had, so I know not to sit in that part.
He had all of them. Because he kept falling out, get back.
Well, where did he start off at?
He started in the back, and
I'm not sitting in the back.
Our instructor even looked like he was about to jump ship before he died with us. Like,
so you got the best place to sit if you on a whitewater rafting trip is front and center.
No, everybody falls out.
Middle.
No, you can't even sit in the middle. It's like on the raft, you have to sit with your ass halfway out, like in the water.
They kind of like side by side.
Yeah. So like, it's weird already, and you gotta paddle a specific way, and he's screaming out. The instructor's screaming out instructions like front 2. That means his front does back 1. Backwards. So
he's in there the whole time.
Yeah. So he's like telling us what to do. Like, we know these key terms and shit, and we're trying to tell him, look, there's a turn coming. It looked like I think he was kind of one of the neo ones, because it looked like they were giving him a hard time after, like, oh, you flipped your shit like everybody does, like you do every time. So he was trying to tell us what to do, and I'm like, well, tell us ahead of time so we're not trying to act like we're playing Mortal Kombat and doing a cheat code real quick. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
you know?
Y'all paddling y'all asses off.
How did he look at all scared? Like, did he show any fear?
The instructor?
Right.
Yeah, he started screaming, oh shit, when we were stuck on a rock, Joseph fell out and started rolling downstream by himself.
Right,
Because the instructor screaming,
Did
oh
he
shit.
have a paddle?
Yeah, he had a paddle, but he had to give it to me because I lost that shit.
Shit.
I know, but that's because on the second drop, I was fine. I was recuperating. I was breathing hard because I already hard to breathe. And as I'm breathing, Joseph is falling out the boat, like always, and he grabs me by the back of my thing as I'm part of the boat, and so I fall out and I start taking in water, and I come out of the water and I can see them trying to get me, and I took it and I'm like, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm drowning, like I'm above water, but I'm drowning. If I didn't hit my life vest, I'm going down. So and then I had the stick. I'm like, nope, boom, threw the stick over my head. So just so I can get back to the boat, they put me back in the boat, and the instructor's like, oh, here's mine. So the rest of the time he didn't have it. But yeah, it was something cool to do, to experience, but yeah, like if I wouldn't do it again without like serious training.
Dude, alright, so if it had a question, like, it almost sounds like based on what you telling me right now, and from other, I would do skydiving before I do that shit.
Yeah,
And coming in your story, like the way you tell it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and we didn't think it was gonna be like that. If you asked them the same thing, they were like, we didn't even go out that night. We did that early. We went home and we like rested up and were thankful to be alive. Like, it was like we were
like this
reflecting
vacation,
back on
man.
that. Yeah, and then we were like, okay, next time we do this, we're gonna YouTube, because I YouTube videos after they did this, and the videos.
So you would do it again? He said he wouldn't do it again. So he would do it.
I'll do that before skydiving.
Oh no, I'd jump out. I would base jump off a fucking building and take my luck.
I'm not jumping on no damn
with no parachute. He said,
I'm not jumping on no damn airplane, bro. That's not happening.
I would love to. That's on my bucket list.
I've heard, at least I think their training is a little more extensive, possibly, and it's just one jump.
Yeah, exactly. It's not 100. It's not an hour and a half.
But bro, you free falling before you pull that chute, bro.
Yeah, what if you pass out? What if you pass out from the fear and you don't get the full?
I think it's the same situation.
Yeah, I think somebody goes with you.
But what if you're
professionals with you?
What if your parachute don't deploy?
Well, I think that he's got one too.
I think there's
like the double. Yeah, like there's. And I guess maybe if his shit don't deploy, then
which is another thing. Southwest laughed at me for, but why can't I bring a parachute on a plane as my carry-on? If we going down, why do I have to go down with everybody?
They give you that little gas mask that calms you down.
I don't care.
Right, they try
like calm down before you know. I want to jump out the plane if it's going down.
Die quietly.
Exactly. Like, cover your mouth. No, I want to have a parachute and jump out the window. And they were like, no, sir, because if you open the no, but.
Well, check this out. Now we talk about plane crashes, bro. Nancy Parker.
Yeah,
didn't they just have another one though?
Yeah,
right
they had two. Somebody.
But it was a golfer, a fisherman.
It was a commercial.
The next day, I think.
Yeah, that's sad, man. I don't like flying. Like I don't like that at all.
But she was going up there to cover a story about a stunt plane. I don't know, something. And they said that the last thing I heard about it was the pilot actually, complained about the motor, like engine trouble, before he took air.
Damn.
Well, why he took air?
Exactly. That's not something you can play with, even if you think something's going wrong with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's tragic, man. She was awesome. I loved watching.
Yeah, man, she was cool. And dude, I saw I was at volleyball practice. I was coaching, and ding, I get this notification about the plane falling. Or whatever, a crash at the Lakefront Airport, and near a Lakefront. I think that's where they left. I think they just flew off.
I think it happened in the east.
I don't think they were coming down. I think they were just taken when it went down. So like it wasn't something that.
That's crazy. Man.
Dude, it pretty much had trouble from the time it started.
Yeah.
Well, then I get another ding an hour later, and then they saying who it is. Nancy Parker, trying to hit the face.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to be funny, but yeah. The Hurricane Barry, like she reported. That's the last time I seen her face, because that's how much I watched the news.
Yeah.
So I went and looked up, man. But it's sad, dude, because she got, like, she made a home here. She grinded in New Orleans, and I don't know. I didn't even realize it. Because there's ones that stick around for so long.
Yeah.
You notice their face for so much time that you didn't know that they work for Channel 4.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they get a promotion and they'll go to Channel 6, and then you'll see them a little more airtime, and then they'll go to Channel 8.
Yeah, they switch over.
Or vice versa. Like, they just get promoted. Like the meteorologist Dan Bernard, who's the new Bob Breck, so to say, which Bob Breck was, the former Nash. I don't know if y'all remember Nash.
Yeah.
Nash Roberts. Do you remember Nash Roberts?
I think so, yeah.
Like, Hurricane, old guy, he didn't use the new
No, I
shit.
remember that from the first podcast.
He would only come around. Oh, we did talk about that shit?
Well, I was like, who was
what?
Betsy in there? Nash Roberts.
Right, I did say it.
Yeah,
you know what? Now that you're saying that, now I can tell you the story. Because it's right. It all makes it. Yeah, fucking. I listened to it the time around. I'm like, oh, I know a lot about them motherfuckers. So what he would do is he'd only come around during hurricanes. Like, he was retired. So the only time they would ever call this dude was during hurricanes, because the city trusted his word that much. Like, and he would do it old school. He didn't have the computer behind him, and he with the satellite radar and all that shit. This motherfucker would show up with a chalkboard. Damn, it was like a board of a map of the south of the coast.
No shit.
And he had like these pins, like I guess how they used to do it when damn TV was black and white. And shit. And he would drawings and pen and do all the code, and like pretty much shit was all written down like a chalkboard, like
a serial killer thing, like you'd find with pins and stuff.
But it was more like like a classroom, like a teacher is explaining with this board, and she's trying to draw it, and they had the like little pins drawn where the track would be, like what he thought the track was. I mean, he drew everything by hand. And that's who he was, and they trusted them. And then that's what I say, it went from Nash Robinson, and Bob Breck took his spot as the guy that everybody trusted. If you ever notice now social media, now that he's retired, during the hurricane,
they go to him.
And he's like sitting back shitting on the meteorologist.
Exactly.
Like, y'all,
they don't know what they doing.
Right. Like, he would have never did that, and then they hired Dave Bernard is supposed to be the new Bob Breck. We just like shit on Nancy Parker for Bob Breck and David Bernard. But yeah, dude, that's like, she became a New Orleans person. She married a big guy, like I think it was the Jefferson government or something. I forgot what it was. She's not from here. She's from Bama. She planted her feet here. She just became one of the liked people in New Orleans.
Yeah. That's a fear of mine, man. Like when we were taking off to Colorado, you know how you got your headphones on, you can't really hear, and I'm trying to read the lips, and like I thought he said we're gonna die. Like, I read that in the lips. I took my headphone. What? He said we're in for a rough ride. That's what he said. But it was rough. Like, especially when we were coming home, when we were like coming down, and it was like kind of cloudy, and I mean this thing was shaking. The lights were flickering on and off, and like they're like, oh, this is normal. This is just what happened, dude. I just don't like that. I'm like, dude, they're like out. Under your seats a water apparatus, you can float. What if you don't land in water?
Right.
Like,
dude, I've never flown in my life.
Me either.
Never flown.
Me either. If I can't drive there, I'm not going, bro.
And that reason, and they say statistically, like, the chances that you're gonna get in your car and get in a car accident are way higher.
Yeah, but there's more cars on the road than there's airplanes in the air.
Well, you're right, and that's why. And then
you think about the race.
Well, and then we're not professional drivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are professional pilots.
Yeah.
And then there's protocol.
you still hear about
That'd
them
be a
going down
scary
all
ass
the time.
job to
though.
be a pilot. You got to do that the whole day. You got to go back and forth for your whole career without hoping nothing.
Well,
ever
it's
goes
not
wrong
really
with it.
I don't
scary.
trust it
I don't
though, 'cause
think-
I don't care.
it's
I'm not getting on an
it's-
airplane.
I don't think it's scary at all for them. I think it's the norm for them.
Whew.
I think most of them guys, I think the opposite. I think most of them guys would rather be in the air than get in the car at this point. You know what I'm saying? They think about flying your whole life.
Yeah.
You never had no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have, obviously you're going to experience turbulence, but you train for that shit.
Yeah.
Just like driving through bad weather down here. I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
drive through that bullshit is just, you feel just as on edge as
Yeah.
you would up there being a trained pilot. That's a way I would perceive it. But then the travel distance, you know what I mean? Like, you can go from point A to point B in, no time, as
Yeah.
opposed it's going to take you 3 hotel stays in 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right.
to get.
Why they
I
don't
think
have
it's
it to
just-
where a plane, when it's going down like that, why it can't deploy chutes like everything else does?
Well,
the military
the
does
plane-
tank drops. They drop tanks in the
Yeah.
middle of a war zone,
Yeah.
and they have chutes that come out that drops it down on the ground.
Because we
why
not
they can't do this?
1%.
So you talking about like an airplane that's going to shoot its own parachute out and just kind of.
If it's going down, it's an
Kinda
emergency,
slow it down
bro.
a little bit.
Something, bro.
That's a good.
Man, it's not a bad idea.
Cause I mean, I'm not getting on there other than
What's
that.
the
dude.
weight? I guess, you got to think about flying weight.
Yeah.
But maybe, hey, look, we
Bro,
put
if you
calculations.
can parachute a damn tank down in the middle of a war zone, you can parachute a plane down.
At least parachute it enough to where like they can kind of land it, crash
something.
land it strategically instead of just like if we don't land in the water, we done.
Well,
Yeah.
if you want to assume then shit, for word on the street is anti-gravity done already been discovered years ago. They should have these anti-gravity planes. We commuting from one place,
Yeah.
like some Star Trek 9.
Warp
And
speed.
they
right.
go so fast, but you don't feel like you're going that fast because you're in the sky. You really don't. But I mean, these things are just flying, kind of like
It's it probably looks slow.
slow.
It probably
very
looks
slow. Like, dude, are we
motion up
even
there.
moving? Or we just hovering in the
You
air?
flew before?
No.
You never flew with us.
Never
We
been in that
we in the
Well,
same
yeah,
boat.
we'll be taking
I don't feel
flights.
so
we'll
bad.
We'll be
I
taking
don't know about
flights.
that.
I'll
Look,
rent a car.
We're gonna record it. We're gonna do a podcast from
I'll
the
meet
plane.
you there,
They're trying to
bro.
open the door. They're trying to open.
I'm more worried about the TSA, I think, than I am in the flying experience, to be honest with you. Like,
Me too. They look at me weird, and my friends want to be stupid. Like one time I was there, and hey, why you
antagonize
sweating?
them?
Why you sweating?
Oh,
it's yelling that shit at me. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, dude, but I've never had a problem with them. Like with the TSA, like.
how does it work? Because they make it sound like, they're just they snatching you up, search style.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but you here, this airport is always kind of a little slow compared to the other airports. So you just walk past security. You can get the pre-TSA if you pay for it to where you don't have to take your shoes off and you just go. But if you're just going on
you can pay for the non-cert.
Yeah.
But you put your bag, you take your shoes
So
off
how
your
does
belt, and you put your bag, whatever you carrying on a belt that goes through an X-ray machine, and they see what's inside your bag. And so you just do that. Then you just get in this little like pod looking thing. Hold your arms up, and it scans you, and it makes sure you don't have anything. And as long as you don't beep or nothing, you just walk right through.
So
but if sometimes they like pick people, but they never ever pick me on the side and be like, oh, you've been random.
Right.
No, so I've never had any kind of experience other than just walking through.
All right, so I'm going to give you a sound suspicious question so let's say they run that shit through the box. Let's say you put some random fucking capsules in a pill bottle, like in a Tylenol bottle, and put it in your bag.
I do that. Like I do that all the time. It's just like if I have headache medicine or my protein pills or stuff like that. Instead of bringing 100 bottles, I just put them all in one. And I was worried about that too. Cause I'm like, they're gonna think
shit.
But no, like they never did. One time, my bag went through and they asked me to step on the side, and then they had some other guy come with gloves and some kind of like spray. He sprayed it on the bag.
He put that.
Yeah, he
it's
sprayed
a
it.
spray Vaseline.
He sprayed it on the bag bag and he rubbed something on it, and then they went to test it. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm thinking, but come to think about it, that bag I had used like months ago when we went to the range, and I had like guns in it, and I was shooting, and it might have had gunpowder on the bag, which read
So
it.
how they became suspicious of it?
I don't know. They came and they were wiping the bag down. They were looking in it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, why? Like, what are they wiping on my bag? They were wearing gloves and
they won't tell you.
No, they won't tell you. So they were like, okay, let me go. But it sent somehow. It had to be it because it was my
So
like,
what
bag I
sensed
used
it?
for work. I don't know. I guess that machine can see powder and like gunpowder, especially like it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Right.
But I never, they never threw me out.
That's that shit that we didn't know they had that gunpowder smelling technology.
Yeah.
And
they yelled at me big time for like body wash. I had a big body wash.
Oh yeah,
like, no, you can't have it. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna take down a plane with body wash. Like, what the fuck? Like, how?
You can't have body wash?
No, not over a certain size.
You might have like like some kind of explosive in it. I guess maybe like a.
Well, I better read these things if I ever do decide to catch an airplane,
Well, yeah, you can't bring like. You can't bring a bottle of water on the plane or something.
What?
No, you can't. You can't bring.
Well, you can't bring a bottle of water in the Superdome.
So what the fuck can you have?
They give you like when you're on the plane, they give you water, or if you want to drink, they give you a complimentary drink. But
you only
can't,
get one complimentary drink.
Yeah.
You can't get yourself shit faced. Well, I guess you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, you can pay for all the drinks you want. Yeah, but they come in a complimentary cup that looks like this. It's about this big, so you gotta like really. And the seats are real, like they next to each other. So like you next, like it's. I mean, I don't like flying. It saves a lot of time, but it scares me always.
How long is the flight from here to Colorado?
3 hours.
No shit.
Straight run, huh? Yeah, I think it's a straight.
I think
flight.
the drive is like 18 hours.
Yeah,
huh?
the drive's like you gotta. It'll be a day. Yeah.
While we on Colorado, we didn't jump, but I wanted to tell you. Last year, I told you, PJ, shout out to PJ, went to Colorado last year for 420 weekend. He don't even smoke bud. Like, he just went out there with friends, because it's supposed to be a festival. So they went out there as a group, they had a concert in Red and Meth.
Red and Meth, yeah. I wanted to go to that, yeah.
I think, was it you that, no, it wasn't you. I think it's close to the airport. They're like this like venue, and it's in the mountains, and it's a concert area, and you like actually in the mountains in the concert.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they got to get up front, like barricade front stage. They were up right in front of the stage watching Red and Meth perform.
That's awesome.
So Red and Meth, what they doing. They smoking down. I mean, this is 420. It's legal. They
did that when it wasn't legal in the 90s.
right. They chiefing. Well, Redman hands the blunt to Pat, bro. Hands the blunt to PJ. PJ grabs that motherfucker, goes to hit it, and drops that bitch under the barricade.
PJ!
Bro. Drop the blunt.
Oh, dude.
Redman, can you imagine where he's...
I'm surprised he didn't hit him with a Kevin Gates and kick him in his chest.
Even though he got a probably, though he probably got an OZ in his pocket. This motherfucker gonna drop my motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta die for that one, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta at least get it back to put it on eBay.
Yeah. Next time...
Bro, he was probably so starstruck, he was like...
Drop the blunt.
Yeah.
That's typical. That's PJ fashion. That's PJ fashion, though. And he'll admit it. Like just out of all times, big moments, bro. He dropped the blunt.
The one moment you can't drop it.
Drop the ball, drop the blunt.
Damn. He probably thinks about that shit all the time.
See, yeah, right. That's one of the things. Like, this is a rapper. A rapper got to act, got to actually be right front and center. Redman, the man hands you a blunt.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He's like, dude, I don't even smoke, but if I gotta take a few. You know what I'm saying? I gotta at least hit the blunt because this is something that I could take with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker drops the blunt.
Man, that's like the breeze tossing you a light lateral and it hitting you right in your face.
Hey. You know.
It looked like Matt Ryan trying to catch that shit.
Right. You're 5 and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna hit you. All right, sure.
And you fall before the... Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm gonna take it easy on. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not. It could be a quick release. Let's do one for the kids. And then turn around and the ball hit him right in the eye.
face. Yeah, put his hands up.
Right. Put his hands up. Didn't read timing right.
Oh, man.
But I want to go to Colorado, bro. I ain't never been there, dude.
Dude,
like,
it's
I really want to go.
I've been a few times since my friend moved out there. Right, I've been there about 5 times, and it's like you don't. And he's been living there for like 5 years, and he goes and does like different stuff every day. Like you'll never run out of stuff to do, and they got so many. You go hiking, you can go. Got a bunch of stuff for the kids. Like if you got a family and you want to go on vacation, it's the perfect place.
And you can smoke weed anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you
I thought
like, you can smoke weed
Colorado
anywhere.
Springs, it wasn't legal in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, it's legal there. It's some towns there, like they all got to vote on it. Some towns voted no,
Oh, right,
but it's
like,
more
yeah.
like the little towns that
Because
like,
I know
nobody-
a few years ago, me and Siomi was talking about moving to Colorado, and that was the place that we was gonna go. That was set in stone. Colorado Springs.
Colorado's
They don't.
no, yeah, you can do it. They got dispensaries everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they actually have like instead of like dry counties, they got no high counties.
Yeah. It's kind of weird out there because they got a lot of homeless people.
Was
Like
the
a lot
vending
of homeless
machines
people.
for real? Like I seen them on Facebook and stuff. Like the vending
Oh, for
machines.
sure. That's definitely.
Where you go get you like a little bag out the vending machine.
Wait, did they have them? Like, they got those in Cali. I think.
I've
they got
never
those
seen.
open.
I've never seen.
I think
the
that's a
vending
Cali
machine.
thing. Because I heard about that.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
vending
think that's only.
machines.
I think that's only Cali. Yeah.
But I don't know how that would work today, because it is recreational. But,
Yeah, but you
how
still
can
have
you
to be
tell a
over the
vending
age.
machine that you're over 18 or?
It's probably
21
got to
or
be
whatever?
in like inside of a certain store.
What is it? Is it 18 or 21? The smoking
it's-
age.
I'm not sure. I think it's 21.
Yeah, but it's probably not outside, just on the block, like a Coke machine. It's inside the store where, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kind of like how racetrack got the little scratch off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like when you go to the dispensaries, it's kind of intimidating.
Colorado
because
got
you go
weed,
into
you
a
got fucking
room,
scratch
they give
offs,
you
bro.
they look at your
Fucking
ID. You look at your ID, they scan it, you make you wait for a little bit, then you gotta walk through another door. It's real it's kind of shady at first,
Right?
And but then when you walk in, it's set up like an Apple store, you know. And it's real. They're real informative on what it does and stuff, and you know it's just a cool experience to see, like, to be somewhere, a state that doesn't look at it like, demonize it, and then when you're out there and you look at the streets, they don't have a piece of trash on it, they don't have a pothole anywhere.
that's
The
crazy.
schools are zooming. The people are happy. I mean, they got breakfast places with lines outside with like complimentary coffee. It's like they just so leagues ahead of where we are as a state. It's crazy. It's like coming to a third world country. Like it's
Jesus.
Donald Trump would call this a shithole.
We're not. They're not leagues ahead of us. They're just leagues ahead of us in the pothead game. If you want to be a pothead,
Exactly. That's what.
you move to Colorado.
Yeah, that's what people make it seem like. Everybody's living in teepee and like it's nice ass houses.
They're moving
Yeah.
backwards.
When you go,
We're
like,
moving forward.
It was people in business suits, like doctors, like it was people after a day at work going to the dispensary, and then, like nothing's frowned upon. Like they also have a thing with the police department that's weird because like Ryan said, like if you pull somebody over and they run, you can't chase them.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, unless they just committed murder or like armed robbery. If you pull somebody over and they go over and they take off, you can't chase them.
Then just take off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
What
That's
if
what.
all right, so what if you get pulled over for a brake light and you just get out, start running?
No, you like in
let
your
them
car. You can pull over.
I can.
So okay,
like,
they don't chase you, but what they end up
so
doing?
if they throw the lights on you, wait, I'm lost.
Exactly.
I'm lost.
It's
here.
the no pull over because it's like I guess you would call it liberal. A lot of like government views, but yeah, like they're told unless it's a serious crime, you don't want to put You
So
don't
they'll
want to
never hit
chase
the
somebody
lights
down.
on you.
No, you don't want to put somebody. You don't want to chase somebody and cause a big wreck over a speeding ticket. So just let them go. Hopefully we can get them by the license plate and come back to them. Like,
I cover my license plate up.
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
even
Like, I would
go.
pull over, and when they get out the car to start walking, I just take off.
So, alright, well, what if, I don't know if that will
See,
work.
that's why
if you're
Louisiana
driving
people
around
shouldn't
with no
live out there,
license
'cause
plate
we
on,
think
because
some shit
technically
like
with a
that.
covered license plate on, you're driving around with no license plate.
or you could put another like a different license plate. You know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but yeah, I thought it was weird. I'm like, man, what? Like,
Yeah, that don't make sense.
yeah,
Alright, I'm driving down the highway. Cop hits his lights.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. But, you know, I mean, fuck, I ain't.
They probably take your license plate down and hit you with a crazy fine in the mail, bro.
But what if you drive alright, what if he follows you all the way home? And you don't run. Let's say you don't run.
You gotta go. I guess you gotta be doing a certain, like, if the speed limit is 60 and you stay 60, he's gonna follow you. You know. But if you kick that bitch up to 80, 90, he's gonna let you go. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. They're gonna run your license plate. They'll probably try to find you a different way, but they will not. They're not coming. Yeah, they're not coming after you. They're not running after you. Unless you killed somebody or a big felon, they're not coming after. They're told not to. That's protocol. You can't chase.
That's not. I mean, so how many people has done that to him? Did he actually give you a figure? Because I would have asked him.
He said some.
He
said some. Yeah, and then he said it's weird for him not to want to step on the gas to go chase, because that's why he's worked so many years. But no, he had to let him go. Well, he said, but a lot of people, when they pull over and they're not thinking, like, if it's for a break, like, they're not gonna think run. They just take the lick or whatever.
All right.
But
so so they obviously have a camera on the vehicle, so they can read these plates that take off.
Yeah, they even have body cams and everything. Yeah.
So everybody who's technically, like, or the most important people that he never forgets that ran from him, he's probably got that plate. Would you, as a police officer, like, be looking want that motherfucker so bad that not looking for him, but just follow up on that plate? Like, go check it.
Yeah.
Hey, so-and-so plate. Did you ever...
Right. You would be like, nah, that's not even worth it.
Did y'all ever catch that one? Right. Did y'all ever follow up on this plate?
And it seems like it's so laid back over there. They're probably like, all right, fuck it. If it's just for a red light, no. Like, hopefully he knows what he did. He won't do it again. He'll be freaked out by it.
So I can run a stop sign and just keep running, and nobody's gonna fuck with me.
That's what I do. I borrow other people's cars all the time. That's not my license plate.
Borrow your car, right?
Hey, thanks for the ride. Don't drive for like 2 days.
But dude, can you imagine if
you drive a rental car?
If you did that.
Exactly.
Here. Like right now. Or if you're a Colorado resident and just do it because you used to, that's you. You used to come down here.
Get shot somewhere else for doing that
shit. Them motherfuckers are kidding. Right. You know how many units will be up behind your ass?
What?
Shit. That just sounds
especially
crazy
down here, bro.
It just sounds really like hard to fathom. Like, you could just...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna even try it, though. I'm not getting my ass kicked.
Brian, you get pulled over for no turn signal. Let's say you just get pulled over.
Down here, they'll beat your ass, bro. You run from them, they catch you.
Oh yeah.
They chase your ass all the way down I-10 and all of that,
right.
bro. They gonna beat your ass when they catch you.
They're gonna fuck you up. They gonna fuck you up, and they gonna do it slick too, the way you ain't got no marks on your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
And then you get pulled over for, dude. If you look the part to them, to whatever their perception is in this motherfucking state, if you get pulled over for a brake light or you didn't hit your turn signal or stupid shit, you know what I mean? Like, they'll search your whole fucking car. They'll rip the whole. They'll rip the
seats up.
They'll ask you stupid questions like, you know why I pulled you over? Yes, sir, Mr. Officer. I didn't, I missed my turn. Like, yeah, I was in a little hurry. I'm sorry. I had to go somewhere. You know what I mean? I was in a hurry. Whatever. For whatever reason, you might make the excuse why you missed it, even if you didn't. You ever been arrested for drugs before? Like, what the fuck that got to do with my motherfucking turn signal? You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid shit like that. It happens. I've been there. It's like, what?
Yeah, how you jump into that? Yeah, how you assume it? Yeah, automatically.
Right. And it's like, nah, dog. You was following.
And as a person, you kind of if you don't do kind of stuff like that, you can't get offended. You're like, man, like, no, have you? Like, come on, man.
So they say the best thing to do in that situation is to just conform. Just get out, let them search your shit, let them search you, cause if you ain't got nothing, then what you got to hide, right? Nah, bro, like I got my manhood.
Yeah, I do have something. I have rights.
I fuck with them. Yeah, I'm a recovered fucking method.
And I'm talking like if I was a motherfucker, if I pulled your fucking ass over, if I had the right to pull you over and tell you and just change on the drop of a dime, dog, just change the subject. And I'm not shitting on police. Like I'm not doing it to do that, but it's a mentality, and it's bred into they're trained, like in certain departments. I'm not saying all, you know what I'm saying? Certain departments are trained to act that way. Cause and it's like, well, this is how you move up the ladder, right? Yeah. This is how you get that promotion, and you get to work in special departments. If you do, you find motherfuckers, and the only way to do it is to assume. So you playing with fire when you do that shit,
And I think that's more here than anywhere else, because actually now in Colorado, like the cops have they have, my friend has a full beard. A full beard. I'm like, bro, I was like, did you get fired?
Right, they don't let you do that shit. No, you gotta be all.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, how?
Chuck Norris out
and I was like, how is this happening? How you have a beard? He's like, they changed a year ago. The deputies went and to the chief or whatever was like, look, we want to grow beards. And he's like, what the fuck y'all talking about? He's like, we want to grow beards. They got people in here tattooed from here to here, and how is that tattoo not different than a regular? And then instead of, this is how awesome Colorado is. Instead of him being like, dude, get the hell out of my office, he was like, okay, let's try this for a year. Y'all could, as long as it's not like, down to you, and so for a year. Beards. And to me, it's like, man, if I see a cop with tattoos and a beard, that's more relatable.
You feel a little more comfortable.
Exactly. And like he said, like they don't have to go through so they're like more lenient. So you can see a lot, like when I was out there and I would see people like pulled over on the side, you see them like laughing and like interacting like positively with each other instead of like, you got to be intimidated and not make a move.
Right.
I think that's more here, because we're so far behind on how we think on not just with that but with everything. But out there, dude, they got beards, tattoos. It's like, man, these are real dudes.
Seems like you just go up in there. You got an idea, bro. They sit there and they'll listen to you. Yeah, they listen.
And that's and we were talking about that earlier. Keep your employees happy. Yeah. They keep working.
Eventually, motherfucker. Well, yeah, it's that what makes liberal mind states positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that there's a difference between liberal and being this far left.
Exactly.
Goofy shit. And that's why I try telling motherfuckers that, but they don't get it. Like true. And I'm not a Democrat. Don't get me wrong. I ain't no motherfucking Democrat. I ain't no Republican.
Nah,
but true liberty, liberalism is a beautiful thing when treated properly, when used in the proper manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people can abuse it, but they're abusing the other side of the fence now. They're abusing both. So abuse is gonna happen. It's just gotta be, governed properly. But that's dope though. But what I said, the police officer. You know what that would? All right, for a Louisiana person, let's say you're from Louisiana, you driving down the highway. you get pulled over, not even pulled over, just seeing a guy like that in public, in full police uniform with, you know, man, that's a security guard right there. You wouldn't even, like you would think of him at most as being an armed security guard.
Yeah.
That's how I would perceive that. You know, like he's just like an armed security guard, which is kind of what a police officer should be, you know, like rather than trying to take people in all the time.
It should be more. It should be more security and less military.
Right, and that's the word, and that's what I was gonna get at next. That's what I'm talking about. Like, so you got a guy who gets out the car in full uniform with clean beard. I'm describing myself right now because I got the military fade with the shade, you know, head clean shaven. And you know, it looked like he comes straight out boot camp.
Yeah.
That shit, it can, right?
It's intimidating.
It can obviously be intimidating because you don't know what kind of person he is or what the fuck he's thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Honestly.
But out there, like, it's different. They walk into you with a beard, they got a little swag. I mean, I seen a cop on detail that was working, like, in the city, and he had his car with his window down playing music. Like say a cop is on Bourbon, like, on Bourbon, you know, and instead of just sitting there being real, like, mean-mugging people, he was just kind of like, hey, how you doing? Like, it was cool to see how that community, how that interacts with each
how
other.
It changed. Like
and like even in the clubs, you walking and you bumping into people. Dude, I never seen one fight. I never seen an argument. Like nothing. Like it's a cool place to visit, and I think it'd be a cool place to live.
Law enforcement, it's not like there's nothing wrong with law enforcement.
No.
The problem is the abuse of power.
Yeah,
you know, it's the abuse of law enforcement. Yeah. So when you want to, that's what we want in life. We want to live in harmony. We want to be able to sit down and have, you know, and then a police officer walk in the place. And everybody, you know, and he comes and hangs out, kicks it in harmony with the whole, not just his clique, not just the 2-3 that he knows, like the whole building,
like back in the day, like,
and you're gonna have his back,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's how when you see movies like, and they go to the old diners that have cops that everybody knows, you know. But I think the problem is, I know what the problem is. It's the media trying to divide it. The media puts them in a different light to where they got to be on the edge all the time, and then they tell all the know, the people, the civilians, oh, these people trying to kill you. So it's like it's us going at each other while the real people are not getting the blame. Yo, we're talking about Epstein last week. I bet you everything's gonna come down to, who was the deputy in charge of watching him? They'll blame it on that guy before the real people take the blame. Yeah. You know, and a lot of them are understanding this and knowing this, and that's why I'm saying, you know, the gun grab's not gonna work, that's not gonna work, because they know how they treat. They know they're just pawns.
Right.
Right.
And it's obvious. It's honestly true. Is mainstream media has manipulated everybody's perception in their own fucking way. Like it's almost like it takes your chemical balance, whatever you got going on chemically, you gravitate towards whatever the fuck you want to listen to, do whatever, and it force feeds you 110% in that direction. Yeah. And then it's the same thing on the other side. Like, you know, if you may have some kind of belief system that's different than the guy I just pointed to on this side, then it's gonna force feed you in that direction, and you're gonna find that media, and it's gonna keep feeding you the other side of the fence. Exactly. And it makes you hate this person that you've never even sat down and had a conversation before. Exactly. You've never even talked to this motherfucker. You just look at him and you think, and it's prejudice is what it is, right? Exactly. I don't like him because he looks like that motherfucker that, you know, that was painted in my head subconsciously. So some bullshit.
So in other words, it's not the mainstream media that's technically the problem. It's the individual that's weak-minded.
Well,
Yeah,
well, no,
yeah,
but see, it's about two sides of the fence, right? You're right, but the people that were put, like the people that we put our faith and trust in to guide us in the right direction,
Or guiding us the wrong way.
are
We don't even
feeding
know it.
you their poison to make your mind weaker, right? If you was actually fed positivity, you know, fed the right truth, positive information, and treated like a true, you know, like and showed what life is really about and how humanity is all created equal and we're all the same, you know, we're all the same beings, and why we look different. Well, there's obviously a scientific reason, truthfully, why we are different and why we look different, but there's no reason why we can't respect the differences.
Exactly.
Right.
But what they feed you that, you know, it's a negative mind state, bro.
Well, when you feed them somebody, my theory is on that if because a toxic person is going to be attracted to that negativity. So they was toxic from the begin with. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah, you have to have a little dark.
That's what you hungry for that negativity.
Well, in other words, what do you mean? Like, how I mean, not you saying these people are just born this way?
No, I'm just saying
More likely
you
to gravitate towards the negative talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there might
exactly.
There might be some. Well, everybody has, and this is the thing. Everybody has a different tender love and care.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's let's put it this way. There's one in every family, right? There's one knucklehead in every family. There's one guy who's just right. There's one guy who, and we all know this. And us as being tribal human being, like tribal mammals, is what we are. We're fucking, you know, like forget the human conscious element. Like we're mammals at the end of the day, right? So us as tribes should understand this guy needs a little bit tender love and care than the other one. It's just the way it is, bro.
Yeah.
You
but
know,
some people you can't do
you
that.
can't.
Some people just they don't want that.
Well, and that's a great debate because you talking about some, you know, like some Charles Manson shit.
Yeah, psychological
like,
problem.
Should this guy, right? Should this guy be put
Well,
to bed?
you just got some people who's just toxic, bro.
Yes. But I think a lot of times,
right. Well, I mean, I don't know, like toxic and just plain out, flat out fucking serial killer.
Well, you got a serial killer, and then you just got a negative ass person.
Well,
a
right.
negative Nancy.
I think, right. And I think those people can be dealt with according. Like, wouldn't you rather your own family be able to keep that negative Nancy's mind in check?
Yeah.
In other words, than letting television and outside external sources that you don't even know are true. See what
a negative Nancy person is going to gravitate.
I think a negative Nancy can be turned.
Right,
with
that's
the right
what
information.
I'm
With
trying
the
to
right
say.
information, like if you got a chemical imbalance, you know that you can't be turned, then that's something that's a long. But I think we've been told like for too long, like the government and the people who are their mom and dad. You don't question mom and dad. You just do, and that's what the media is. The media, the news that you see on TV, since it's on the TV, that's mom and dad. Whatever they say, if that's the station you watch, you don't question mom and dad. You just go by what they say, no matter what the other people's parents are saying. And if they watch a different radio network, they get in the other side of the argument. But when you start seeing, oh shit, how the same people own these networks? How are they putting out different shit? Wait, oh shit, it's to keep us fighting amongst each other while people are dying in suicide watch.
What is it? Generations and generations. Like you say, like this guy's just a negative person, and he, you know, I mean, that's. You're gonna have that. I mean, honestly. But it can. What I'm saying is, it can be changed, and I think like generations and generations of us not understanding that who these people are, like, or you know, rather than just saying they're just negative Nancy's and you know, like understanding why they being somewhat empathetic and figure.
Right.
You got to figure out why that person is like that and be able to adjust to it. And
instead of being like, oh, I'm just leaving them alone. It's just not. If you put love instead of, oh, I'm leaving them alone, because if you leave them alone for a certain amount of time, that it's that blackness is gonna take over more and more and more.
Okay,
exactly.
Like he was just saying, like if you're showing all these people, the same people owning all these news networks, you bring that to a negative Nancy's person and try to show them, they'll say, "Oh, you're fucking retarded."
The first few times, right?
Yeah,
but if you keep going and you not only talk about that, but you just put out love and you just and you get to know the person.
So in other words, you're saying like they're gonna call you a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, a stubborn negative person.
Right. They just completely call you. See, and that's where. There we go. You didn't fucking open the door now. And I hate
but those are the people that fuels this shit.
Well, right. Yeah. Well, what he's saying is same thing you were saying earlier. We talked about this beforehand, and we're gonna get into. We'll lead this one right into the airport thing, because you were saying like your boy who lives in Denver. It's not just stubborn. It's just like they don't see things in an open light, right? And they've never been fed this information before. Like you've been fed the information before, and so you're willing to open your mind to it. I've dealt with people. I still deal with people like that, so I don't tell them all the shit. Like I know who I can talk to this about, and I can't talk to this about. What you saying about the Denver airport? How you brought it up to his attention? Yeah. And he wasn't a conspiracy theorist at the time, but obviously living in Denver, you kind of get wind of little shit. Right. That. Oh, there's some weird shit about this airport.
And then when you live there and you see the airport and you're like, oh shit, that shit is there. Right. And then you start researching it, and then these little conspiracy theories or rabbit holes start making way more sense than what they're telling you. And you're part of a government, program. And then you start, and like, man, this shit kind of makes sense. So it goes from somebody being like, no, man, that's just stupid, to a little, you just need like a little bit of open-mindedness, and you just see it some other way. Empathy, compassion. Just put yourself in a just for 1 second. Think, what if everything I've been told is a lie?
It's a fucking lie. Right. And that was how I felt, and that's why I kind of opened myself up to these conspiracies, whether they right or wrong. I feel like the media and the mainstream information that we've been fed, based on the information that I've done my own research on, is so full of shit that I don't believe really anything they say anymore until I kind of like just look at all angles of it. And that's the only thing you can do. Now, this is where it gets like scary. So here we go. We talking about the Denver airport. You saw some of the pictures that, like the mural, that one mural. You know how many people walked past that fucking mural and didn't think nothing of it? Did you see the mural yet? You never saw the mural yet.
It's creepy, man.
Describe it.
It's got like a.
Well, no, I'm sure we're going to describe it. I'm gonna pull that bitch up, but I'm asking you. You never saw that bitch yet.
I'm trying to think, because I've read the whole thing. I'm trying to remember what part that was.
Well, this is the deal. How many people walked past this fucking thing and didn't think nothing of it? Just walk by, have no clue about nothing in the, like, there's symbolic, regardless of this.
Are you talking about the little slab that showed about the company that don't exist?
No, it was like paintings, like somebody.
Oh, you talking about the paintings? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I saw the paintings. And my theory on those paintings, you seen the one where they had the two next to each other, the guy with the gas mask, the sword, that's going into the dove, and then the one right before,
right?
Yeah,
a dove is a symbol for peace. Yeah,
and the picture before it showed the one with all the little kids rolling up all the guns and the flag.
And it had a letter from somebody that like a kid had written.
But did you check out the rainbow? The rainbow that went through the paint, both the paintings.
We're gonna look at this bitch right now. Look.
But it's not showing both of them side by side though, so you're not gonna see what I'm talking about.
They're in here. I just gotta find them. Now, no, this is right. So this is the second one, because you see the guy dead.
But see, that's where I was getting at.
The gas.
Check me out. Look at the painting side by side. It's showing that this picture came first on the timeline. Look at them side by side. So that shows that he faked his death.
Also, when they had
Wait, who faked his death?
I'm saying it looked like it was a trick, bro. Because think about it, he got them to turn all their weapons in. If you look at the picture side by side, it shows that this picture came first during the timeline. If you look at it side by side.
So you saying him laid out?
Yeah.
Oh, and once everybody gave up their weapons,
I'm telling you, look at the painting side by side.
Well,
this came first on the timeline. Look at it.
All right.
Watch.
Hold up, let's see if we can find this.
You gotta have them side by side to see what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I watched it during the YouTube video.
So that's not
That's not it. That's not the.
Right, I get what you're saying. Like he was pinned down, and he changed the
narrative.
Right. He's basically representative of the government, of the powers that be. Right.
And if y'all don't believe it, y'all check out y'all Google the pictures and everything. It was so much that last year, actually, it was almost a year ago, that they started painting over it because too much commotion was being made about it.
And that was recently.
Yeah, that was very
I got
recent.
pictures of it that was sent to me. I don't have them anymore. And I didn't care about them because I could just find this stuff online, which I should have held on to them because now it looks like it's getting a little harder to find.
Yeah.
Well, this mural is an apocalyptic picture. If you haven't seen this, all you got to do is go Google the Denver airport
and
conspiracy theory.
No, you don't even have to do. You could just I put in Denver airport images. That's the thing. I mean, you'll find
just
video
the mural in itself is just one tip of the iceberg. Like there's a whole lot more that goes into it. Just weird things like the gargoyle that was in the like the gargoyles hanging all over the place. Yeah. The Freemason stone.
They have on the they have I think it's called the memory thing.
They got
where
a
they
time
have,
capsule.
Yeah, where they have people's names who have died, and on there is the Freemason the little the symbol for it. It's got stuff all over the outside, like we were talking. They got the horse, the Bronco, which is people are like, oh, that's for the Denver Broncos, but no, the four horsemen. They get the Lucifer. That horse's eyes are always red, no matter what.
Right,
it's weird.
So we'll go. Yeah, that jumping. All right, so let's look at this mural first. That's what I wanted to say. All right, so they got, which looks like a Native American in a casket.
Yeah.
Right, and people. These two look like they're watching over in distraught right next to a penguin in some kind of glass case, like they're preserving a penguin.
Yeah.
Which would symbol to me when I see that, when we talk about apocalyptic things and like conspiracy theories, that symbols global warming. To me, when I see that, because like they're preserving the penguin because penguins live in Arctic areas, and with global warming, those areas are obviously going to heat up and change. You got with this leopard dead over the casket. I don't know what that means. Yeah.
And to have all this in an airport,
but this
on
bird,
the walls,
which I think represents the phoenix. When they say the rise of the
rise of the
phoenix.
Yeah.
That's
now watch what I'm talking about on this video. This is the beginning. This is the first one. But you see, he didn't show the beginning of the rainbow. But you see how the beginning of the rainbow.
Right, from moving left to right, it looks like.
Yeah, even walking next to the murals.
That's right. But watch. I'm gonna bring it up on a photo. You're gonna see that what came first. So if that other picture on the left side came first, and then he's alive in a second, that shows he faked his death.
And this is 3 different pictures. Well, I wouldn't say faked his death. But I mean, I don't know how you would conceive. Like, it's art. There's no. Like you might see that, but I may see something else. But we'll all see the same result.
This is the beginning of it. The rainbow starts here. Everybody's turning their flags in. They living in harmony. He's dead. Yeah. And then
that can even represent, like, okay, say your whole army is down. Okay, let's help them out. If they ran out of guns, let's give all.
So how does the rainbow end? And his picture comes around, ends, and he's alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's stabbing a dub. Like
and stabbing a dub.
Yeah, like what's weird about that is like
what comes first in that painting if you're drawing it like that?
I saw it the opposite way. Like I saw somebody say that it represents the apocalypse and like how it's eventually they defeat the evil. You know,
but wouldn't the paintings be vice versa then? Wouldn't he be on the left side and that would be on the right side? And the rainbow was totally different?
Well, see, this is how weird this shit gets, bro. When you saying that, now you telling me that we as human beings are brainwashed to believe that beginning would be on this side and end would be on this side, when really it could be the other way around. You understand what I'm saying? That's how deep we going now when you talk about...
And that's good that you're judging it by the rainbow of how a rainbow would work.
Right.
You're going by the rainbow.
How that could be the answer. Because it's a code. That shit is... That artist knew exactly what the fuck he was doing when he did that shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shrooms wasn't decriminalized when he painted that shit.
No,
in Colorado, like we discussed before.
Yeah.
Nah, he knew what the fuck he was doing. That whole airport was built. To me, dude, it's just so many conspiracies that lead up to that.
But then here comes to my second question about that painting. All right, you just had a motherfucker like this trying to kill the whole world. So just because he's dead, why would you turn in all your guns? Because you feel safe now?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, like
I don't feel safe knowing there's a motherfucker like, just because he's dead, there might be another guy.
Yeah, like
there's many of them like that.
But so why would you turn in your weapons?
If you go,
if you own that airport, would you let him do that?
No, but that's my question. Why would this painting have him turning all their weapons?
Look when he's got the big knife. Okay, look in the background. Look in the.
That's what's wrapped up in their flags.
Everybody turning in their shit.
Yeah.
But
see, I didn't even.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what's happening today. They're trying to get everybody
because
of
why? And what started the biggest security? Look in the building. Look at those buildings when he stabbed in the. Tell me that doesn't look like the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Which one were you talking about?
Where he's stabbing the dub. Look in the building. It looks like in the back. It looks like the World Trade Center.
And that's spooky.
Oh
shit.
yeah, what?
Because that's
what. Okay,
it does look like
the TSA started war.
Center.
Okay, the security was high breach. So that's probably like, okay, well look, we're under terror. We got and you know that this goes into the underground stuff. It goes into martial law. It goes into concentration camps. Like it's deep.
But you know what I'm saying is that the 9/11, we're gonna do that on the 9/11 week.
Yeah.
And but I agree. So then you get into like the Bronco.
Yeah.
When they built that Bronco, the sculptor actually got killed by the Bronco.
Yeah, I was reading that.
The head fell on his leg and ruptured his artery while he was, putting that bitch together and fucking.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Lucifer claimed his first victim.
Right. And they call him Lucifer. Like, that's crazy. Them people on the street even know. They clowning about it.
Yeah.
That's Lucifer. But they still won't. But nobody will, like, storm the government and say, what the fuck did y'all do this to us for? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, why?
Nobody questioned what's going on here. And they did question it because when they say that the airport was built, they built it for there was no really apparent reason to build it.
No. And they had a $2 billion
budget.
Was
so massive.
$2 billion was about, and they went $2 billion. They spent $4.6 billion on this. So you added another $2 billion on the airport that didn't even need to be built. Like.
And you want to know what's even crazy? They said the Queen of England. I don't know if it was like right after it was built or whatever. She bought property near the airport.
Well, this is the whole thing behind it. You know how they say the powers that be,
the elites.
I'm not gonna call them that. They're fucking whatever the name.
Yeah.
But they say that what they do is hide everything in plain sight. So all that money that he's talking about is gone. Really didn't like just disappear. It's underground facilities that they built because Colorado you can't breathe up there. Why? Because it's in high altitude. So if there's like this end of the world disaster, they, you know, the one place on planet Earth that's gonna still, you know, be around is Colorado, that area, because it's
under the airport. And then you, like, if I hadn't been to that airport
like
before,
mountains.
Y'all know about the Cheyenne Mountain, right? About the fallout shelter that they built there.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well,
and that was the reason why they built
shit.
it there, because at the time there was no bomb in the world that can hit that target outside of the yeah.
Right.
And it was like the perfect location.
Like it was the one place on the planet that didn't have a nuke, like the
could
nuke,
reach it.
Right,
Yeah,
could reach it. But yeah, it's similar. I think. I mean, they obviously made that one out of it, but nobody's ever really admitted. From what I've seen, too much about the underground facilities in the Denver airport. You know.
Well, not the airport, but that's probably because that's. I mean, think about it, you at an airport. That's probably like the waiting grounds for your taxi to go somewhere else.
Tell us a story about the trip.
like so. I wouldn't really believe any of this underground stuff. Like it's hard to believe, but okay. So when you land in Colorado, your plane lands. Okay, you know how you land here and you walk through the gate, you get your bag, you go in your car. That's it. So when my friend Ryan was trying to tell me what to do, he's like, you get on the train and then you go get your bag and then I'll meet you. I'm like, get on the train? No, I'm getting off the plane, bro. He's like, no, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you get off the plane in Colorado, and before you can get your bags, you have to go down. It seems like you're going you're going down the escalator, so you're going underground, you know, and then you have to wait there, and then you wait by some doors, and then like a shuttle pulls up, like a underground train. Like if you've been to Disney World and you've seen the monorail that runs up, it's like a monorail underground. So you get in the monorail, and that thing brings you to gates A, B, C, and you got C is where you get your bags. And this thing is extremely fast, like extremely fast. Like you get on and they say, hang on. First trip, I'm not hanging on. Like I know, dude, this thing took off to where I dropped my bags. I almost fell down, like that extreme. So, and as you're going, you can see you're underground, and you can look, and they have this is extreme underground stuff. Like it looks like they got rooms and like little places to duck off, and like the whole time I'm asking myself, why would they have something like this? Like this was like extremely extravagant. Like this airport is not an air. Like I've never been to anything like this. Like why am I on a train right now going 500 miles an hour to get my bag? Like, and what's in all this? So I never, like, when the first time I remember I went, I asked Ron, I was like, dude, what's up with this airport? This shit is huge. It's weird. Like, you know, like even flying over it's like you ever seen that movie Signs? And
it looks like teepees and shit.
It looks weird, and they have empty fields with like crops that look like it's saints. Like it's just weird. And then the whole airport is humongous. It's huge. It's unnecessary for them to have an underground monorail to take you from your plane to get your bags. I'm like, man, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, maybe they just were trying to be extravagant. But now when I hear the conspiracy theories about how, you know, they're supposed to be their getaway. You know, they're supposed to, and under there they're supposed to have like rooms and stuff. Like you could go into martial law, you can do concentration camps, and when you're on that monorail, and you're on that
concentration camp,
and you're on the monorail, and you're going from point A to point B, the final, that is big enough. All that, especially if you're going that fast and that little, that's big enough for them to be able to do all that.
Right. So as we're saying, like by the murals, or the truth hidden in plain sight, so to say, like telling all the people who I was saying that just walk past that bitch, don't even take a chance to look. In fact, that they got
because you're in the airport, you just want to get your bags.
Anybody who does take a second to look at it and let it sink in, the first thing come to your mind is like, why is that?
Why
in
the fuck is that in the airport?
Exactly.
What the fuck
what's this got to do when you get in my bag? Exactly. Like when you're on the monorail too. Like you just gotten off the plane. You excited. You're there. You want to get your bags. You want to see your friends. So the last thing you're thinking on is, why the hell am I on an underground monorail?
So we Yeah, and he was saying, like he's saying, the thing going so fast,
like speed, like lightning
it's
fast.
unnecessary fast.
Did you see the barbed wire fence around the entire airport? Was you able to see that?
Yeah, there's a fence around. Yeah.
Like, check this out. What I was watching on one of the conspiracy theories is about pay attention to the way the barbed wire is facing. It's not facing outward to keep people out. It's facing the other way to keep people in.
You talking about wait, which one?
The barbed wire fence that goes around all the way around the facility.
Which facility?
The Denver airport.
Oh,
it's faced the way to keep people in.
Oh, the way the barbed wire is set up, it's like it's not outside the fence, it's inside the fence.
See, the little bubble would be like this.
Right.
But instead it's faced towards
So the
to
barbed wire,
keep people
so
in.
you can't climb out that bitch.
Yeah, so you can't climb out.
That's some weird shit too.
Yeah.
So, you know, like he's saying, like all of this stuff is symbolism leading to tell you, like they're letting it be known, you know, that this is what this place really is. And it's kind of poking fun, you know,
exactly.
like when this shit goes down,
and then we
gonna live and you gonna die.
Yeah,
right.
And then they start thinking, even on the other hand, man, if enough people start talking about this, it's gonna make them seem crazy. Like that could not, like they just freaking out. So we're just gonna let them run with that story, and people think, oh, that's just crazy. And it's really happening. Kind of like they put stuff in Hollywood movies. Bro, it's just a movie. You're tripping. That doesn't happen. Like, they got to get these ideas somewhere.
Well,
you don't think people can be arrogant when they're getting away with that kind of stuff?
Here's my question. I got to ask and see what you think. And I just thought about this. So, you're saying that homeboy told you that you couldn't find the shit at the airport because they already covered it up. And last year they covering this shit up.
Yeah.
Now, they covering it up, or they covering it up because it just gives the wrong impression.
No, I think they're covering up because people are getting woke.
To change, right? Because people are aware of it now, and if they cover it up, eventually people gonna forget about that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's only gonna be, you know, talk. Like for instance, you gonna tell your grandkids one day.
No kind of answers or anything.
Because they might have been like, dude, these people are onto us, giving them weed and mushrooms and paint over it.
And you put this here, then you take it away. And you never even told us why you put it there to begin with.
Right, like so.
I don't know exactly when this was painted, but I'm guessing maybe it was painted a long time ago. The internet wasn't as big.
No, when they built the airport, that was like finishing touches.
Yeah, so they didn't. The problem they have now and what they're trying to censor straight up is the internet. The internet,
free
information.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened? Like when we deal with the internet. You know, there's only a handful of people who was actually maybe fed this information or taught information about, you know, like your conspiracy theories is what they so call to say. So, you know, when they painted it, I'm sure there was word on the street, certain people and it probably stayed within a confined local space, you know, and even then, people when they see it, they didn't really see it, you know, because they didn't know about it looks evil. It looks like, you know, the guy in the fucking guy in the gas mask, the military guy in the gas mask. Oh, he kind of looks like a Nazi. You know, like a Nazi with a sword, but he's really not a Nazi with a sword. Like, he's really he stands for much more than that, you know. Yeah. But.
And you can't pull that off as contemporary art anymore. You know, it's symbolism, too much symbolism.
Well, when the internet came out, a lot of these people who like did their research and studied this stuff were able to put their information out. You know, provide this information, and now what happened is it spread, and it spread, and it started to spread. Well, I think there's a big. The CIA, if we find out about it, the CIA, the FBI, all the alphabet boys obviously know what's going on. You know, like knowing that we're being fed this and we're starting to slowly change the way we perceive reality.
Right.
So what they do is they take these people who they call woke. Now they calling this shit. I heard this motherfucking term in the last few weeks. I heard woke a lot, and it's like they're making fun of it.
Yeah.
You know, like woke. You know, and they calling like these crazy leftists woke people, like people who are doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Woke.
They wanna discredit the whole, just like they came up with the word conspiracy.
Conspiracy theory, right? The conspiracy theorist was a term that the CIA made up during the JFK assassination to get people to stop thinking that, you know, he was killed by his own government. You know what I mean? Like it was a setup.
Did y'all
like,
read the article that I sent y'all the other day
guy.
about how they're labeling conspiracy theorists domestic threat?
Domestic terrorists.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's been going. They've been trying to do
so
that
just
shit
because
for
you're
years.
you're a free-minded person,
free thinker.
Yeah, free thinker. Now you're a domestic terrorist.
Right. They're trying to think of you as a threat because
that just shows how they trying to tweak the image of a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
Like you sitting there thinking of it, and
they think that you're gonna be.
So they can't put you off as the '80s hippies, as a fucking psychotic motherfucker. They gonna put you off as a terrorist.
Right. They're gonna try to line. They want to line you up mentally with the guy who shot up Walmart 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
See, people always made fun of the hippies, but they all since the 80s or the 70s, dude, them people always was saying, "Oh yeah, the government's spying on you," and they laughed at them.
Yeah.
And now when Edward Snowden come out, yeah, they really are spying on you. Now you're like, well, what the fuck?
No, not even like that. They were like, "Oh, really traitor."
Yeah,
I'm like, traitor, man. This man's telling you they you have no problem. This man's telling you somebody.
Nobody didn't do nothing.
No, it's like somebody coming in your house, knocking on your front door.
Like,
they open it and he tells you, dude, somebody just broke into your back door, and you like, snitch, and close the door in his face.
The fuck.
That's exactly what it's like. It's like this man put his life on the line.
And what it is, it's people just. It's not that. I think. Like if they gave a fuck, it's not that they don't just completely don't give a fuck at all. I'm sorry, they don't. It's not like they don't give a fuck at all. What it is that we're so caught up in our own survival mode. Like I don't have time. An average person don't have time to think about how we've been manipulated all this time. Like just to think about it makes our brain hurt. So. You know, like, well, I'm not gonna get fired. You know, my boss ain't out to get me. Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. So it's like,
look,
a lot of people say that's above my pay grade.
Right. Oh, the world's gonna, if the world's gonna end, it's just gonna end. You know,
I can do.
Like, right. Oh, nothing. What am I gonna do about it? Me, just one person. They always try to. Yeah. It's a cop out to the fact that dog. I feel like all those things that you could have wanted to be before you fucking got conformed into your life because you fucked around, and had a little sex and had a kid or something, like all those things you wanted to be, you could have been if you thought a little bit better, just had a little bit of open mind about life. People, we're always taught that get a good job, son. You gotta set up your 401k, you gotta get your retirement. So basically you go, so they want you to go to school, get a degree, get that high school diploma, go get you a good degree, son. And you owe these motherfuckers money for years.
And then just be a cog in the machine. They're pretty much telling you to be a domestic slave. Like you're working, you're working your whole life.
Right.
Your whole life, you're working to make somebody else rich, and when it trickles down, that money is all going to the same people. Instead of them telling you, hey, you can be whatever you want to be. Right. You want to work for the company. Don't work for the company.
Here's how I feel. When I'm sitting back and I'm seeing everybody, like the incident with Edward Snowden when he dropped the bombshell. Okay, now let's say there's a bigger bombshell, something is revealed, and you sit back and all. How I feel like when they get the bombshell, it's like it's an inconvenience for them.
Right.
Like, bro, like nobody ain't even gonna do nothing about it.
No, nobody's gonna do shit. And this is an example, and we could say this one for one too, because I don't want to I watch. I don't want to say I'm crazy. Like I actually study, and like follow the UFO conspiracy a lot. Like that's probably that. If there's one conspiracy I give a fuck about, I give a fuck about that. And the reason why I give a fuck about it is because it's almost a common sense thing.
Right.
Unless we're in a simulation, right? Unless we're in the fucking Matrix. I don't know. But I mean, if we're going by science, we live in a ball, the universe is X amount of whatever big, right?
How are we the only ones here?
How is it infinity? Logically saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, alright, like we the only life in all of this shit?
And we're not even that smart.
All of that shit?
Yeah.
All of that shit.
All of it.
Bullshit. If I had to call bullshit on something, I'm gonna call bullshit on that one for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like throwing a fucking jump in a door full of Skittles and they show you the rainbow and they gonna say we the only red Skittles in the jar.
Yeah.
Bullshit, motherfucker. Yeah. Nah, it's just bullshit to me. So anyway, what I'm getting at, the UFO conspiracy. And then what I'm talking, and I'm going back to public perception. They wanted to hear, like the public always said, we want to hear from, like credible people because we all follow the media's truth. We all follow the media that this shit's for real. Well, in like November of 2016, December, I'm sorry, I think it was, what year we in? I think it was 2017.
Bro, you don't know what year?
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out, because this is how long ago this was. In December of 2017, the military gave access and granted videos of their military planes, the radar system, gunning, like, focusing on UFOs on their radar. Now, the image looks stupid because it's a black and white radar screen that only a military, somebody who fucking...
it's strategic.
Right. And they explaining exactly what's going on. And they tell it to the T. Military officials have come out and said that this is for real. The Navy actually came out in the last few months, I want to say 6 months at the most,
right, and
said that we actually developed a program for our pilots to be able to how to decipher and like survey a UFO when they see it.
Without letting everybody know that's on the intercom. Just letting the codes.
Right.
So the public has been fed this information. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Nobody gives a fuck.
It's an inconvenience for their lives.
Well, here's the thing. Is it because they knew all along, or they just don't give a fuck?
They don't give a fuck,
it's
bro.
They don't
give a fuck.
It's because 16 and Pregnant or Jersey Shore's on the TV.
They don't give a fuck,
when we just got off of work at 12 hours and we trying to unwind and we're not trying to learn no more, so we just gonna like we are literally like zombies.
What they do is when they hear that, they UFOs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have time to sit there and say to go.
I'm gonna watch
who's got the better chicken sandwich?
Yeah. We want to know who got the better.
Fuck it's not real chicken.
Yeah.
Oh no! What was the best one that ever happened on Facebook? What was that?
GMOs.
What was the color of that dress?
Yeah, all
you
that.
You remember that shit when it was like, what color do you see?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. It'll go viral, man. You're
shit.
gonna stand there and you're gonna sit there and stare at the pics for 20 minutes, but you can't go watch a little YouTube video or
read an article.
Research for 10 minutes just to see.
Apple
like,
has a thing
really
on here where you can go read articles of your categories of your choosing. I got mine set up to where I can read all the shit.
Right. They let
you know what I'm saying? Go read a little bit.
But see, and here's what Edward Snowden tried to tell you. They set that shit up so they can know what.
Yeah,
you
Hey, that's cool.
Just like we're gonna say this for another day too. But I've read it and been watching videos saying like Zuckerberg. Motherfucker does not run Facebook. He's just a face to put to it. The government made that shit up.
Yeah.
to keep track. So all that works along Amazon. All that is put by them, but they're gonna let you think some guy in a dorm room stole it from his roommate and just made all this. This guy is this bug-eyed looking motherfucker, like up on trial, looking like he's about to shit himself. He runs this shit. Nah.
Here's the thing, like that when he got like put on the stand by Congress. That if you go look at, just watch it.
He's got no composure, man.
Like there's no, right? There's no true defense.
Yeah.
There's no compassion about, think about this. If you came from nothing, you was just some shithead kid in the dorm room that, had a gift and understood code and understood computers and was able to make this social media platform from scratch.
Yeah.
And build it to the conglomerate it is now, and go sit in there with Congress and act when they ask you some of these questions,
and you sweat,
and you just sit there like you don't give, just real monotone, like almost robotic.
Right. Yeah. When you're that high as him,
right,
he's going to want to be cocky. Who are you?
Right, I'm richer than all you motherfuckers.
Like Tupac walked out the courtroom like the Jeffersons. You think this guy wouldn't? He would act kind of like in the movie. In the movie where they're like, oh, did you steal Facebook? He's like, man, if I'd have stole Facebook, I'd have stole Facebook. Or or if he would have invented Facebook, he would have invented Facebook. Right. That swag he had in the movie, it was up and coming because he knew he's a billionaire. Like, who are these people? You're an elected official. I could buy you.
So, he had enough money to go tell his lawyer, hey, bro, this is what I want to do. I want to go in there and I'm going to kick my feet up on the table, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to eat some nachos.
Yeah.
And listen to these motherfuckers talk. Pop the popcorn. You know, this is like... And I'm actually going to hire somebody to serve me the food. How much does it cost to get both of us out before we even get to... You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how much money this motherfucker got. And they just... he just acted real monotone. Like he had no passion for all the work he put in to get where he was at.
And people are like, oh, maybe he's just scared around people. Scared around. Do you know he had a mark? He had to sell Facebook. The one thing he has to be is a people person to sell a social network. He can't be. He's not over there being like, yeah, well, I got this idea about Facebook. No, he's gonna say it with his chest.
Right. He probably could go out there and say, he pull out a motherfucking book and say, all right, on this day, your motherfucking Facebook fan page that got you elected as congressman posted this. You spent this much amount of money on your Facebook ad to make you win congressman. You got a motherfucking problem? So check this out. You talking about you spent twice as much as this motherfucker. Well, no, I won't go there. We just keep it Facebook.
Yeah.
Just
like anything they want to know about him, he knows.
Your data, and I'm not talking about stealing data. We talking about this is your, I got to keep track of these receipts because this is my business, right? Yeah. So I got to make sure these receipts are accountable so I can prove to you that you spent the route, that I didn't steal from you. And I didn't steal from you. Your campaign spent that money, pimp.
Yeah.
He would have shut that whole motherfucking place down because they all done it.
Exactly. They should have been more nervous than him because they're like, that's like calling mom in the room in question, and when she's got all the receipts, right. So they should have been not grilling him like that unless they know this is just a kid.
I didn't do what you saying I colluded with, but one thing I did do was accept, my company accepted your money when you decided to run an ad in your state. In these areas, I got them all planned out because they all mapped, in full detail.
It's all kept on its own.
Full detail. This is what you did on that day. This is accurate, right? We just want to make sure this is accurate information because I didn't steal from you. Because if you want to call, you want to say that I stole from you, we could take this to court too. You could sue me for that. and I can prove, but all this other bullshit y'all trying to say I did now, I have no clue. But to try to make me look like I don't need to collude with no motherfucking body. I don't need to collude with nobody.
Yeah.
You paying me. You paying me. Why the fuck I need to collude with nobody?
He go up in there like Denzel.
Yeah.
All you Facebook jail. He can do that for a month.
So, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what
You could have walked out saying a whole bunch of shit. Watch next election season. Watch. I'm gonna catch you motherfuckers.
Right, and it's true. And going back to what I was telling you, like the UFO thing, like the motherfucking public, they just don't give a fuck. They don't think about none of this shit from an outside realm. And that little shit right there, not saying it's proven or nothing true, but let's say all that bullshit they say is true about a motherfucking other species coming down here, landing, crashing, Area 51 bullshit, all that bullshit. All that shit is true. That means everything we've ever been taught is a lie, and you don't want to know the answer? You just want to go to work tomorrow. That's my problem.
And then
that's my problem.
If we ever do find out, if there's some scripture that written, everything, this is factual right here, that it is, then they'll be like, oh, we did it for your own good, and they'll be like, okay, that's good enough for me.
Yeah,
right.
They don't give a fuck.
No, man, it's just we live in an age of not caring. The only things we care about is what other people got.
Right.
Doing what you're told.
Because and that's where we go all the way back. All this leads back to the guy that you were saying that was stubborn and hard-headed and just fucking pissy pot negative. That's how he gets there. That's how he gets there, because he never was,
Everybody just left him alone.
I think in normal, back in the day when none of this bullshit was ever, like, true external sources never affected the community. You ain't had to worry about that, bullshit. Like, he was just that guy. He was just that one in every family. But at the end of the day, he had his good moments, his bad moments. And I ain't talking about no motherfucking serial killers. Like, that's the whole, I don't know. That's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think we're just being manipulated, bro. I think we're being manipulated. I think there's there's millions of people who feel the same way. There's millions of people who say I'm just stupid.
Manipulated.
And then, we could have sat here for what, an hour and a half and just fed y'all some bullshit. None of these pictures could exist about that, but a lot of people are gonna sit and this is what they, without going and do the research to seeing if they're really these pictures that we're talking about. They're just gonna take what we say as 100. But no, research everything you hear. Ask questions.
Come up with your own theory.
That's what we need to do. We need to be sponges of information. Take all that information in and put your own logical answer together again, and your own logical answer. And I think of it, we all put our heads together and we all have our own opinion on what really happened. I think we can kind of narrow down to the truth.
And I'm not saying we're all gonna get on the same page and we're gonna overtake the government. No, I'm just saying if we all get on the same page and understand that everything the media is putting out is meant to divide us, and we, no matter what they're telling us, we stand together as brothers and sisters, no matter the color, the race, and we stand together and we build together. Dude, then we're gonna realize that, hey, look, we're greatness. We have great inside of us. We're building empires. And you know what? Hey, I think I read somewhere that the government's supposed to work for us.
Yeah, and I believe that's exactly how this government was supposed to be built. Yeah, and I believe this. Like, look, there's still racism out there. There's still discrimination out there. And I still think that ties into that stubborn guy that he's talking about. Hard-headed motherfucker.
That's exactly what I was trying to get at.
And what it is, it's fed down from generation to generation to generation.
Exactly. Yeah.
But even back in the day, I think it was more racial discrimination. It was one side or the other. But now we're getting into an age where the powers that be they don't give a fuck about the race no more. They got that bitch on lock to where I think we're all in the same boat.
Oh yeah.
In a sense,
yeah.
you know.
They judge by money now.
Right. It's all right.
Money.
It's all about it's classism. It's not racism. You know, and that's how I feel.
Exactly.
It's classism.
Some people will never be able to comprehend that. I'm sorry.
No, because the media is telling them,
right,
all this is happening to you.
Because I've tried to tell people that many of times before, like, dude, you're not being judged by race anymore. It's classism. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah,
it's right. It's class, and that's
you couldn't have said it better. Yeah.
We need that's how we progress forward for everybody to really understand. But they don't. That's why they do this divide bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they force feed us this bullshit that's gonna send us in a higher division situation. That's what they want.
Divide and conquer. You infiltrate and then you talk shit. It's like that little agent that goes in, you know, undercover, and hey, he said this about you. Hey, but they both think they're your best friend.
Right.
And they're like, oh man, he can never say that. I'm gonna believe everything he says because why does he have a reason to do that?
Right.
Maybe he wants everything y'all both got.
Right.
And he's gonna let y'all tear each other down, and then he's just gonna claim.
That's how I feel. And people out there, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can feel how the fuck you want to feel. You feel and appreciate how you want, but I think I feel the same way. Like I think these motherfuckers that run Fox and CNN shit, they in bed with each other. Yeah. They hug and kiss.
Oh yeah. And I don't know about y'all, but when I work with somebody, it doesn't matter if I'm doing the music or if I was at Burger King working, if I work with somebody that kind of had the same ideology as me, it's like, hey, no, the world isn't as they told. Like, when I get together with that person, I brainstorm, like, we do some special things, man. Like, I was working with him before, like, it was a few weeks or a month before we even talked about this conspiracy stuff. Yeah. And then we started talking, and I'm like, okay, well, that's why, this isn't, he's just not a normal dude off the street that's just, you know, he's smart on another level that I could talk to. And
I had no idea he knew about some of the shit that I was talking. I just brought it up,
and then I'm like, man, that's how we get along. Cause you know he knows what the fuck's going on in the world, and which to me is one of the highest character traits. Like if you know what's really going on when you don't even have to, you don't even have to care about it, but you still do, then that means you're not all about yourself.
Well, you see the world through your own lens. You know what I'm saying? Like just whether you believe some of this, like whether we believe the same information, just being educated on the same information
and being able to accept each other's answer.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Oh, you got, you knew about that shit. And you didn't just know about it because, when you told it to me, you're like, man, you gotta be a fuck, yeah, I heard about that shit, motherfucker. That's some bullshit, man. Fuck anybody who believes that shit. Right. You actually presented it in an educated form that you researched it, and you might say it's yes or no. You know what I'm saying? But you saw it in the light that the media didn't fucking tell it to you. Because they'll just... It's just the way they talk about it. The way I'm talking about it now. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
They can go out there and give you the news, and the whole time they telling it to you, just being arrogant fuck, they telling it to you.
Right.
And that's their way of saying that the shit ain't true.
Yeah.
And then you just believe it. People just fucking run with it. And just how they tell it to you. They're actors, bro. They fucking pay actors.
Yeah. The politicians are acting like, Hillary said that like one time she was running to a lane or ducking gunfire. They showed the film. She was
saw that
walking.
shit.
Like, wait, where's the gunfire? Like, the engine didn't even back up. Like, you said you were running. No, like it just
I remember that day I was running from. She said it like that. I remember that day I was running from gunfire. And people were just fucking. They were sick. They just eating it up like soup. I'm telling you, bro, they were eating that bitch up, and then just lies after lies after lies after lies. And they start to believe their own lies. Like, I guess if you wake up every day and you say, I'm a millionaire, get you fucking believe you're a millionaire. And every day you walking on the side of the road with no shirt on, just fucking, I'm a millionaire. I guess believe, seeing is believing. And it's that's kind of extreme, but it's the fucking same.
Yeah.
You know, you just believe some shit that ain't true. At least you studied it. We might not have the investigation down to a T, but at least we studied it. You know,
Yeah.
at least we
At least we know it's all right. And then I teach my kids, hey, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask why. If something doesn't make sense, and a lot of times if something doesn't make sense and you dig into the air quotes conspiracy theory, that starts to make a lot more sense than what you're being told.
Right.
So I'm not saying just believe me. I'm just saying do your own investigation. And if anything, if you're reading, it opens up your mind. Reading is better than watching a TV show or eating fake chicken anyway. You're not gonna die from reading or educating your mind. You're gonna learn different words. You might even pick up a new skill. It's fun. Educating yourself is fun. School might not be fun because school was boring to me. But when I can research my own subjects and I can put myself through my own school, what I want to learn, what I feel will get me through life, that shit's fun.
I know.
Right, yeah.
One thing I tell you, when I'm hangry, them fucking fake chickens are good, bro.
Oh man, and I didn't even touch the chicken. I don't eat chicken, but nothing touches Popeyes. It's Popeyes over everything for me. So
I'm a Popeyes guy, bro. I don't know. I used to be when I was a kid. I thought the biscuits was the shit. I thought everything was the shit. Nah, I don't know. I feel like my stomach rumbles. Turns.
Yeah, you can't
after I
fool
eat
yourself.
that shit.
is fake.
I think Taco Bell does more for me than fucking.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I don't feel sick. And you know, a motherfucker eat Taco Bell, hey, I'm done. I'm copped out for the day. Nah, I think Popeyes does that more, bro. That fried chicken, bro. I don't. That grease, I don't know, bro. Something about that fucking chicken now. That grease, I think it's the grease, bro.
Rallies does that to me, bro.
Rallies is, that big
Rallies
grease,
does
bro.
that to
big
me.
grease.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Big Buford.
I can't fuck with
But
Rallies.
his like fast food indulgence is Popeyes. Mine's Taco Bell though. I fuck up some Taco Bell, bro. I'll eat that whole plate, dude. I'll eat that whole plate.
No shit. Yeah, I can. Mine is Popeyes for sure.
And what I'll do is I'll plot to eat that whole. I'll meditate. You know what I'm saying? I'll premeditate eating the whole place. Like I won't eat the whole place right now because I'm kicking it.
Yeah.
But I know when I can check out, I got me a good 6 hours, bro, where I ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
I'll eat the whole place. That's how I roll. $20 Taco Bell, all mine.
Dude, I
I'm
think
go home
everything
and I'll
on
tear
Taco
that bitch
Bell's
up.
menu is fire.
See?
Everything.
We on the same page, bro. We agree.
Yeah.
McDonald's is McDonald's is such a great corporation that you
I ain't
eat
gonna
that
say
shit
they
when
garbage,
you-
bro, because nobody's fucking with their French fries, bro.
I don't know why.
I don't want to say all that, no.
Bro,
I wouldn't say all that.
Nobody
Who got
ain't
the best French fries?
not
Popeyes. You gonna say Popeyes?
Popeyes and Rallies.
I'm
Rallies,
gonna
bro, they've been fucking them up with too much salt lately, bro.
go with Wendy's.
What?
I think Wendy's fries.
Fucking
That's
dry
plain
as
as shit.
Yeah, what the
That
fuck?
boy eating air. I mean,
You eating fucking cardboard, bro.
alright, well, that's your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Look, see?
Get a little red beans. I dip my biscuit in
He was
ketchup.
about to protest. Just what I said.
Fucking cardboard.
Bring it to the street.
Yeah. Nah, but dude, I like the battered fries though. I'm a Rallies. I like that shit.
Yeah.
Like if I'm second, I'd eat that.
Now, you ever get the Rally fries in the bag from Walmart and make them yourself? Those are
No,
fire.
those are good. They're not
I
greasy.
like it better than the fucking bullshit that you buy from the store.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
It's the same fries, but you
I
get
think
to
even says
do
Rallies
what you
on.
want with it.
Well,
Yeah, it's checkers and
Well, my
Rallies.
wife got
Bullshit.
that little air fry pan, and you put them on that, so it's not as greasy, bro.
What you mean, yeah?
It's like air fryer. Yeah,
It's
like no
a-
grease.
Yeah, it's no grease. You stick it, and you put it like on this little mesh thing, and you stick it on top of the pan, and you stick it in the oven.
Oh, it's got the grill on top. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little copper looking
And you put the
thing.
fries
yeah, I got
on
one
it,
of
bro.
them. Yeah, no, I didn't know it was an
bro.
air fryer. I thought it was just bake. You just fucking bake
I guess
that
that's
shit.
what the fuck you
Yeah, it's
call
called
it.
the air fryer.
Yeah, no, they good. We don't when we cook fries here, we just
Yeah.
bake them. I never fry that shit no more.
But that's how we make it at the house, and it's good.
Yeah, the only time bust a fry out here, bro, is for shrimp. We don't fry chicken, none of that shit. It just don't taste right, bro. I don't know. you know what's real impressive for me? If there's one thing that I can hold my head high on as a parent, is that you go walk in that kitchen right now, how many soft drinks you see in that bitch? None.
No shit, huh?
None. My kids don't they'll drink Coke, but they have to request it. You know, I don't want to take
my
it away
kids
from
won't
them.
even drink that shit.
But I don't have nothing, we don't drink soda in this bitch at all.
Would you water?
Yeah, we drink water all day long.
My dog won't drink nothing
and
but
unsweet
water.
tea. And the tea, we drink unsweet
No
tea.
shit.
I
I'm probably the most dehydrated person. Like, if you see me, I drink like a water a week, dude.
What?
Like, yeah,
I
people
live
like,
off
if you're
of
gonna
water,
die,
bro.
you don't ever drink water. Like, I'll drink a gallon of eggnog before
So
I drink water.
what's your beverage? I mean, it ain't beer, right?
No, it's
like, what do you drink?
like if it's Gatorade, Powerade, which is
right.
all
It's got
sugar.
more, right? Which is all sugar, right? It's
Yeah.
high carb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like I can't, dude. I don't like drinking that Gatorade, Powerade, nothing. And I transition from like my fluids. I don't really drink sugar at all in my fluid. Every once in a while,
I don't know how they got
do it,
people,
bro.
and I know a lot of people that's like this, and my wife is one of them. Can't drink water. It's gotta have some flavor to it or
it's
something.
in our family. I'm telling you.
I just don't understand it. Like sometimes I think
It's gotta have a little taste. Gotta have.
It doesn't taste like it. It doesn't taste like
she
it.
can't just drink water.
Nah, I love some water.
Me too.
That's all I drink. Dude, I drink
I
water all
thought
day.
at
long.
one point, dude, it was so bad. I thought she was like an alien, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck?
It was,
You can't drink
I remember
water.
football practice. They were like, "Hey, you have to drink some water. Like, you're gonna die."
Right.
Like, and I just like I'd be like,
Well, I gotta drink them water now is because she was she was saying like, dude, like she was always dehydrated. I'm
Well, like,
because
the-
you're not drinking water.
The Powerade, Gatorade, electrolyte drink is only made to have like one. Like when you play a sport, you
But
just
you're
kind of.
supposed to drink water behind it though.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. You only drink one of them, and then you just chase it all with water. And
Yeah.
you know, the time comes where it ain't working no more.
Yeah.
Then you hit another one.
Yep.
You know, and you you know, that's how you're supposed to run it. You know, but the sugar drinks, bro, I can't drink them, dude. I can't fuck with them. I don't know, and it was like a wean off thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't something I just did overnight. Like I used to drink Cokes, and then I drank with the Diet Cokes,
Right.
and I was bad with that shit, like the diet drinks and the
Diet's
aspartame and
almost
shit.
worse than the regular ones.
I think
that
that's
aspartame.
right. Well, that's what happened for me. I started drinking the Diet Cokes, and I would drink like 5 of them bitches before lunchtime.
Bro,
kinda
what's
thing.
diet
And I
about?
think that's what changed.
What makes them a diet?
Nothing, because they don't have fucking sugar in them.
But they got aspartame.
Right,
so
which is
much
worse. Which is some
Right.
chemical that they made
to take the place of shit.
to make a place of sugar. It's like synthetic anything.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
synthetic. You know what I'm saying? It's
like
not
that
real
fake
shit.
weed where people eating each other's faces. Well,
Right, it's Coke's version of the synthetic weed where
Yeah,
each
right.
other people. You know, that's what the sport of me
Jesus
is.
Christ.
No, and they say it fucks your brain up in the long run. Like you don't. They say it's fucked up shit, bro. But people, that's another thing. People don't see it because it's something they don't see every day. I don't feel that way, but you know, drink that motherfucking Diet Coke for 30 years and see what happens to you. And dude, Diet Coke is worse than regular Coke, like he's saying, because what it does is it makes you hungry.
Yeah.
The aspartame actually like creates false hunger. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that appetite bug in your stomach
yeah.
that makes you want to eat, and it like taps into it.
that's what's funny. You know, you see the movies or the commercial. Oh, give me 10 number 2s, 5 number
Yeah.
3s, 1 number 1, and a Diet Coke.
Jesus.
You know, that Diet Coke's gonna make sure you keep eating all that.
Right.
Well, so that's how I got off of. I started weaning myself back like that, like, and then like Diet Coke and aspartame. So I took a step back and I drank coffee. First, when I grew up, you know, it was the sugar, the motherfucking the cream, the sugar. Everything had, you know, and then you kind of wean away from it. And my wife, she actually started, like, she drank the just cream. So I started doing that shit one day. And then, I don't know, just something said, man, let's see what that
You drinking black now?
like straight black.
And that's
So I
supposed to
drank
be
it.
healthy for you. Like,
So I drink it straight black. I could tolerate it. So that's it. I started drinking it straight black from that day on. Well, I still drink it straight black. I love it. Loved it. And what's beautiful about it is once you acquire that taste bud, then you can taste the difference in the different coffees. Because when you start fucking throwing that, throwing them extras in there, you're not really getting that.
You're tasting the extras.
Right, you're not really getting that true taste.
The French vanilla or the,
You know, no appreciation for the bean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing with the tea. Like, I started drinking unsweet tea. I don't like that fucking sugar in the tea, bro. I can't stand it. I drink unsweet tea. I love unsweet tea. My son, he never drank the sweet tea now. He'll hit the unsweet tea. You'll drink that shit. It's crazy. A 3-year-old, drink just because that's what he grew up on. He don't know.
My son drinks that too. I'm like, dude, that shit is nasty.
My girls won't touch it because they drink the, just where we were at in life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get them their own shit.
Yeah.
And all you can say is, hey, look, we stopped drinking it because of this. Because you're gonna do your own thing. You're gonna drink you're gonna go get you're gonna go get your sugar anyway.
Yeah.
So, but dude, I don't know. You appreciate the leaf, for what it is, bro. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, my friend that was in Colorado,
different.
he drank black coffee, but I don't think he's doing it right because he's drinking like 17 a day everywhere we went. I'm like, dude, you can't drink that much. It's black, so don't. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you can't drink that much alcohol. He's wired all that.
Right. You're just going to look. Yeah, right. You're indulging on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, I can drink the shit out of some coffee.
Turn that air conditioner on, bro, and we're gonna close out on that motherfucking. We'll close out. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. Well, I give you all night, but I know where we at. We're probably 2 hours in.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. 2 things today. We'll start it here. I'll just say, today was my last first day of school for a child. Like, no more I have to worry about. But it's one of those sentimental things. So you kind of think about it like, this is the last time this is ever gonna happen,
Yeah.
No, and I thought it was gonna be for me. I thought it was gonna be really rough, cause it was my son.
I wouldn't say your last, cause you still got them grandkids.
Well, yeah, probably. Well,
You can't say your last.
all right. Well, my last in this chapter. You know what I'm saying? Let's go in this chapter.
You looked at you like, what grandkids?
I have no grandkids right now.
Not right now, but you can't say that's your last first day of school.
But yeah, that's gotta be emotional. But then I'm sitting back and my son he's gonna start next year, and then I have him every day while the kids are at school. So it's just me and him. So I'm gonna clap it off for your accomplishment, cause that.
Right. Probably say that like I could. Like, I ain't feeling your vibe right now.
He ain't looking forward to that shit. But it's coming, big dog. You gotta.
But yeah, I could now see where I'm at with kids. Yeah, I could see myself like coming out my way. To see that moment.
Yeah.
If it's one of my daughter's kids, it'd be like. Come take a picture with Pawpaw. Hey, Daddy, go talk to the teacher real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to invade the space, and then kid rolling her eyes at me, motherfucker. Get out of here, Daddy. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucking asshole. But no, I could see it. They say as a Pawpaw, I don't get it. I don't know. A grandparent, you love your kids. You love your grandparents more than you love your own kids. I think that's something that the kids say because they spoil them rotten.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just dish
And
them back to
the
you.
grandparents get just say yes all the time to the kids because hey, you know my discipline days are over with you,
Right.
so now I can just spoil and say
Right.
yes to everybody. And then you like, man, I didn't get away with none of this shit. Don't you even try to let my kid get away with it in front. And then, man, you can't do that. Mama's right there. What? I'm like you can't.
And you sit there scratching your head like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you didn't let me get away with that
Like,
shit.
Papa, you know, I want to do this, do that. Alright, let's go. You know, let's say I got daughters. Daddy's gonna say I told him he couldn't do it, and you know what I'm saying. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You got a problem?
Bad grandpa.
Yeah, I got about 12 reasons in that case right there why you gonna back the F up. You know? And
Grandkid's gonna be kicking his mom. Cujo said no.
It is a shame because I feel the same way about my kid. It's just probably just my mentality. Like, ain't nobody. I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking grandpa, no great grandpa. No, you ain't gonna tell me what I'm gonna do with my, my kid, right? So it's probably just me. But I don't know. I don't want to be, but I don't want to be the parent that invades the child's life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
That they always in movies they always show the grandma doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like the grandma being the one that just
the grandpa's always real cool.
it's like fuck it, the fuck it mentality.
Like on Friends, the grandpa, I remember Monica's dad was funny as shit.
Yeah, like and dude, I kind of have. I wouldn't say so much the fuck it mentality, but I have teenage daughters, right? So you have to learn how to. I don't want to be the guy who's just this overprotective, like get in the way, you know, like you ain't seeing nobody, and lock the kids up in the room. Like as soon as they start catching wind of boys and relationships and the friend, you know, like you kind of. How do you find that common ground? It's tough, bro. It's really tough to find that common ground. So I try to be the guy as much as I can.
Well, you kind of have to be like that because if you don't and you try to lock them up, all you do is push them away.
Right. They
So
eventually
you gotta
gonna kick
ask
the window.
yourself,
Right. They're gonna find.
Do you rather have that close relationship with your child, or do you want to be so hard on them that they don't tell you nothing? So now you don't know where your kid's mind is at.
I think you have to be a parent and a friend to where like you're a friend enough with them to where they understand what you're doing. Sometimes it's strict or it might be seeming like it's prying, but you like if you got a cool relation, they understand.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Hey, but like our parents, we grew up kind of like in the we're not gonna talk to our kids like they're adults. We're just y'all do y'all thing. This is adult talking here. I talk with my kids like we're friends, so they can come. If my kids come to me with something and I tell them no, they know my reason behind. They know they don't have to ask. They know okay, I see. And the reasons the times I said no and they did it anyway, everything played out how I said was gonna play out. And like you know you your age, you know you can read these little boys. Like you can read that like step by step what they trying to do. You know, and
Right, so I got, I mean, I didn't get into intricate detail, but yeah, my oldest daughter, like, they've talked me into letting her date, right? So, the whole time, I ain't being the guy who's, like, actively involved in opinions, but I am the CIA. You know what I'm saying?
Just listening.
Right. So I'm watching, I'm observing, and I'm filling out reports. You know what I'm saying? I'm typing up reports. I'm turning it into the government. And I'm trying to get them to see like this is as an agency, this is what we see and what's going on in the situation, and I think this is what's going to be the outcome. And the government fails to understand what I'm saying.
So now you gotta covertly intervene.
Right.
Long story short, the kid hung himself. No.
Yeah, right. So this is where we're at. As a union, and you know, we formed this organization for a reason, and I'm, you know, like that's what I'm here for. Like, yeah, all the years of training for me that I've been through to understand the male species.
Yeah, you don't have to go.
For you not to take my information and use it.
Yeah.
I'm on your team.
True. Right, right.
Team.
I gotta, my flag is the same flag your flag is. What's the problem?
She looking at that, you Russian motherfucker.
No, this is not.
You fucking
Right, right. I'm not being that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just being anti-patriotic.
Yeah.
This family. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not at all. What I'm trying to do is trying to save this country.
Yeah.
You know,
From hardship, from
Right,
the war.
right.
Like, you don't have to go through. Yeah.
because from my my intelligence, I've been through it. I've been through the wars. The same thing. Like, why do we have to go through this as a country again?
Yeah.
And,
and the wife is usually like, let them war.
Well, yeah, exactly, because you try to brief the president, and the president don't give a shit. The president thinks
Fool me once.
right, exactly. Like, president, you was a citizen once. Don't you remember when this happened to you? And they don't fucking get it. So now it's like, now you want the CIA's help. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then the president's like, I don't want the senator getting mad at me.
Yeah.
You're the president!
Right. And it's a never-ending cycle. So now we're dealing with this as a government. So I'm hoping that the new regime coming in after this regime is done, that they will just kind of take an open eye from the outside perspective and really understand that the intelligence agency is over here to help you and make you the best, the best government you could be.
Presidents are gonna listen to this and be
see.
like, watch.
And then what's gonna happen when the son gets older? I don't know. We may turn into a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? We may have to drop some bombs here and there. I don't know. We shall see. Don't. Well, right now we gotta worry about these next 4 years.
Yeah.
So,
how old is your oldest?
I got 15 and 12, which is technically
this is the hardest part.
Gonna be 16
This is the
and
hardest
13.
part.
Oh yeah.
You're
So
gonna be drinking Coach of the Year.
Did they still go through the rebel phase?
See, and that's the thing. Not really so much rebels, but I guess they rebel in their own way because she's not, she's not the type to like do. She ain't no street cat. Like, she ain't the type, like, I'll go in there and check on her at 11 o'clock, or hopefully knock on wood.
Yeah.
And the window's open, and where the fuck she's at, but, like,
they
silly shit. Like, look. Yeah, it's still a little cold, it's a little hot outside. I ain't trying to run, you know what I'm saying? But it's just silly shit. Like, look. He don't want nothing to do. I told you months ago the motherfucker ain't got nothing to do with you. I didn't tell you when I knew it, but I waited till you just was, past this fucking stage to where I could actually talk to you. Cause you ain't want to talk to me cause you think that I don't know shit. I'm just gonna go. They worry about how I feel.
Why do they always say that? But you don't understand.
Because
I do understand.
Because they don't want. Because
puppy
they don't.
Love,
They don't want to hear it.
Puppy love's got them thinking you're Russian. You're not. No, he's not. He's not in it for me. He why wouldn't he be in it for you? And then once the puppy love ends, my dad's always gonna have my back.
When they say when they say like love is a drug, you know what I'm saying? It is. Because what it does is it'll change like logic. You know what I'm saying? You won't think logically because of love. You know,
Yeah.
like you'll try to justify why
That's what
your
crazy in
conscience,
love.
right? Like your conscience is telling you like this is probably going on or whatever. You know, like the vibe that you getting is for real, but your mind will do this and spin, and it'll play tricks on you, and you'll convince yourself that it's just going through some things or something. You know, just your mind will find a way to make you believe what you want to believe when you know
Exactly.
like deep down inside that this is probably
Love is
the
a mental
end.
terrorist.
You know what I'm saying?
telling you.
Right. You know, and my child, you know, she's just experiencing it. It's all puppy love, right? So she doesn't really get it. Like, nah, homeboy. You know, like, look, right? He don't want nothing to do with you. I mean, they don't want to hear it. Like, dude's done. Like, he's done. And you know, thank God he's done, because I think it's for all good reasons that he's done with you. You know, because he ain't want nothing to do with you.
Don't tell her that, because she's gonna be saying, "What you trying to say, Dad?"
Oh, she knows exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be nice on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
So what you trying to say
nice
about me, Dad?
On the audio, I guess.
So whose side you on? What flag you really flying?
I mean that's what the problem is, and hey, I'm glad that she feels that way. So but she's really open about it, even if it ain't to me. Tells her mom the whole thing, and I try to feel, you know, when we go back to, you know, the CIA trying to talk to the government, which is talking to the citizens, which feeds the information to the citizens. What happens is me as the CIA tries to feed the information to the government, which is the mama, right? Their mom runs a show, and I try to feed the information to the government, and the government won't tell the citizens that this is what's going on.
You gotta put it in a different way to be nice about it and leave out the important part.
Right. Like, you know, like, no, yeah, we saw a flying saucer. No, they landed on the White House lawn and talked to the president, and you won't tell the citizens, motherfucker. Like, that's how, you know, like, come on. That's what we dealing with. But when it comes to it, I want to talk about one more thing. You know, we talk about first day of school. Did we even mention the first day of school? I forgot.
Yeah.
We went all the way deep in the rabbit hole. So we talk about the first day of school. So it's my last son's first day of school. You know, my last son. My last kid's first day of school. I have no other, you know, so yeah, I thought it was going to be a monumental moment. And I was actually upset the last couple days leading into it. Like, you feel like, as a parent, that you want to spend that extra time with him. Like, because, like, you know, I'm not going to show up at the house and he's going to be here and he's going to ask for, you know, like, Daddy, will play with me? You know how he rolls. You know,
you want to play with me?
Play with me?
That's his first. Yeah.
He always says that
So
too.
it's like, so you're scared. You know, like, man, I'm going to lose that won't play with me moment. So you know, you try to give him as much attention as you can leading up to it. And then, like, I'm going to, I got to release him to concentration camp, because that's what it feels like. Like, that's how you feel as a parent.
Yeah, you're too,
like,
the woke ones do.
like he's getting new, you know, like you handing him over to the Nazis.
And then he looks at you and his look says, "Bro, this is jail," and you can't tell him nothing different because you know that, like,
right, because he that's how, you know, like, he blows everything out of proportion, and he kind of understood it a little bit because he got two older daughters. I mean, two older siblings, you know, so he kind of,
he saw this, like,
right. So, but he always seen, you know, years he sees them go to school. He understands when they get off the bus. He knows they're going to school. He sees the school bag. He's been to their school, so he kind of gets it. We met the teacher. He got up. He got dressed.
Yeah, but it's different when you go visit somebody in jail and you get hemmed up.
As soon as we pulled up, we had to be there from 8:30 to 8:45. It was 8:45 when we showed up. When we showed up, the kids were already in the hallway. True Higgnz fashion. Last one to show up. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh, it's probably, you know. Well, anyway, kids already in line. Everybody cool. Everybody's chill. I think, you know, like, what happened was it's so fast. Like, these kids got to go to breakfast, so I ain't even got a chance to, you know, like, soak it in. Like, this, I'm giving my kid away, right?
Yeah,
so I'm like, hurry up, take a picture. So I gave, that's where the picture came from,
right.
you know, a Facebook picture. So we took a picture. He ain't even look like that moment.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. I know my son.
Yeah, like
that moment,
look.
he knew when it's time to take a picture. It's like, why the fuck we taking a picture?
Mugshot.
Yeah, like, nah, they got these kids in line. She's about to take all these kids. I don't know what
I'm gonna be one of them. I got the same kind of clothes. Like these dudes. This is a concentration camp.
As soon as we had to put them in line, like, all right, you know, we go. All right, you go online. You going hang with your friends.
I ain't got no friends here.
I don't know the fuck that. What friends you talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, he threw like the teacher's aide had to snatch him up and hold him in line.
Yeah.
And it was. You don't want to let him go. You want to try to console him. Say, it's gonna be alright.
Yeah.
It's gonna be alright. We're gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be alright. And when the teacher's aide grabs him, that's your moment. Like,
you gotta go. Yeah.
That's the way
like
it's
she's
saying,
telling you, like
roll out.
Like go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump on this bomb and go.
Yeah, like I'm trying to console him, and I realize, oh, that's our time. It's not I click, turn around, let's go. Credit mom crying, her eyes out, and I didn't catch the moment. You know, I thought I was gonna get the moment, but I guess I had the moment the last couple days. You know, like,
and you were planning the escape route.
Fast,
that's
right?
what it is. Like, you gotta get out. You gotta get out.
Right? Yeah, I was being the dad. You know, like I guess the
well, you knew what had to be done.
Yeah, right. The father, right?
Yeah,
the man in the family. Like,
if he broke,
we gotta escape right now. This is what's best for all of us, right? Let's get out of here. Because even my older daughter came today. You know, like she checked in late so she could be a part of him going to school.
And then as a parent, you're like, man, like you thinking about what they're feeling. Like, man, like they must be real scared because you know you're like, and then you feel bad. That's what got me when Manny started and he was crying his first day. I'm like, man, like that's my son. I know what he's like during the day. He's gonna be scared. Like I don't like. I'd rather go through that than him. You know, like so. But like it gets better.
Well, you feel right. You feel real guilty.
Yeah, like
right out the gate, you feel real guilty. Like you just turned him over to some. Wolf, you know, so it's like
gave him to the wolves,
right? Like you're giving him up for adoption, or not even that. Like all right, I wouldn't go that deep because you know you're getting him back.
Yeah.
So let's say you're giving up, you're taking your pet and you turn your pet into the pound, kind of say, you know, because you know you don't think of him the same way, you know. I guess, and now you know that's how it's a weird feeling. Like you just kind of feel guilty and. Where's that disattachment feeling coming from? And she was distraught about it. You know, like she fucked up, my wife. And I'm like, look, she's like, well, you know, technically he ain't got.
You don't have to start to next year.
Right. She all crying out, like, you already been through this, man. We've been through this already. He's acting the only kid in line. He was the only one. So all these kids, look how they chilling, like they cool, they understand, cause they all went to daycare and shit. He's never been disattached from his mother. Yeah. But every day we wake up, you roll your eyes because can you play with me? And the whole house is a fucking mess.
Now he's got like 30 kids to play with.
Dude, he's the same.
I swear every time he walks through that door, that's when he comes and runs up to me and tells me, "Want to play with me?"
Right.
That's what all kids say. Dude, you know, I read something in it was a meme, and it said like, kids never come up to you and say, "Hey, I had a rough day. Let's talk." They'll say, "Hey, let's play." So that's why, like, if any kid ever asks me, Let's play. And I don't care what I'm doing. And it's some people are weird. Like, man, you don't have to do no. Like, I'm gonna play with the kid. The kid wants to play. Like,
well, dude, it's
See, my
how
son,
can
he's
you?
different.
It's hard. It's very hard to turn that down. Like when like because everything. It's so genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how do you turn that down?
Yeah.
Because it's so genuine, and that's what's really tough about it. Because even there, your understanding of why you bringing them there, knowing that it's gonna help them in the long run, because it's something that they want all along. That's why they ask you, can you play with me? Can you play? Because they want somebody on their level. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what they... So, I knew, understanding that he's never had these people on his level before. He's never been around so many people on his level before.
So he's gonna love it, really.
Right.
Like, he's
so
gonna play all day.
Right. He'll sacrifice...
He's gonna have all them kids in tune soon.
Those few hours of life.
He's gonna have all them playing cards and shit with him.
Yeah, we're gonna have everybody be in the cars.
He made me build a ramp.
Right. But he just needed that, like that group of people, and he's never had that. So it's really hard for him to grasp that what you getting right away.
Yeah.
But you get, and you see through it. Like he's gonna be willing to sacrifice that time that it takes to sit in the desk and learn how to
Just
learn how to spell your name and do stupid shit.
I think in that, with TJ and Higgnz Jr., they trace the lines, huh?
Right,
you
right.
name the little dots.
Right,
you gotta trace that shit.
Right, just kind of teach him how to spell a name, but he needs to interact with... I mean, how do he doesn't understand that he's not even around his own people. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to be around his own peers. So when he came home today, they said, well, all right, so my story is that we didn't have the mat. You know how you got to take the mat? Well, we tried to find the mat. The mat wasn't around here anywhere, so we found the mat in Slidell, Walmart Slidell. So I had to go to Walmart Slidell, get the mat, bring the mat back, and it was around... I guess it was right around 12-ish, right around lunchtime. Well, girl opened the door, and I know the girl the woman who runs the show, and she said that he's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I picked him up, I held him, he calmed down. He didn't eat a sandwich, so there's a little anxiety there. I'm like, he ain't gonna eat all week. I knew that already, but here's his mat. And he chilled out. So when I came home, when I finally got to see him, he was all smiles. He's chilling. He told me 3 friends he met. But it's all cool. But what's gonna happen is tomorrow morning, you already know, but it's
Before
gonna be
you
worse.
get in the car, he's gonna start
man, that shit, they're cool. I'll catch them on the street somewhere. I never about them 3 friends.
Bring them Saturday.
Right, like you said, I'm off 2 days a week. We can catch them, we catch them on the weekend. Because I try to tell him, like, you ain't got to go every day. It's just, you get your weekends where you get to stay home. And he ain't feeling that. Well, one more thing. And I want to tell you. So what happened was I left there when I went to the Slidell Walmart, and it brought up a memory, and I wanted to tell y'all about this. So you ever went to a place and actually walked in the wrong bathroom on accident?
Yeah, the Speakeasy Bar. In Denver.
I'm trying to think.
Okay. I accidentally walked in.
I might have been too fucking drunk to even realize.
Probably
I don't know.
He went to jail for it once. He don't even remember. So I walked in. I was at Walmart, and I don't know. I was thinking, and you know what it is? I was at the Walmart where they at, and the Walmart where we at are different.
So different.
Like our Walmart, the right bathroom is the men's bathroom. Am I correct? Like the Shellmat bed. You know what I'm saying?
I think the left one is.
You sure? Nah, I think it's the right one.
No, as soon as you walk in the hole,
like when we
right there on your left.
It's the left, yeah, it's the left.
It's the left one?
Yeah.
And then the girls is right next to the
it's
2
the
doors.
Right. Okay, I fucked. That wasn't gonna explain it. So anyway, I just bathroom. I had to pee. Walked in the bathroom, looking around, and I said, "Fuck." I don't see, you know, like, the first thing that stood out to me was no urinals.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. See, you know, like, yeah, I can tell that's a woman. Oh, fuck, I went in the wrong. So I ran out of that bitch fast. But no, that's the weak story. So, you know, went in the men's bathroom, did my thing.
Right.
But it made me remind me of the second, you know, like, dude, you did this already, right? You stupid motherfucker. So,
What you want?
well,
Got some period of time.
well, yeah. Well, check this out. This is some funny shit.
Somebody probably
And maybe it's a
picture. I
Slidell.
made
Maybe
a
some
meme out of his
I was in
ass.
Slidell, Louisiana. I was I'm coaching at the time too. I'm a travel ball coach, coaching softball.
Yeah.
7 and 8 year. I walk into the fucking what the fuck is it? The one right there in Slidell, the rec department over there. What they call it? The SPG. That's motherfucking.
Yeah.
I can't even think of it offhand. Well, anyway, there's a bathroom. Same thing. It's a setup. It's one building, in brick building. They got the men's and the women's on one side. Well, dude, I just don't. I should read the signs more. That's all I'm gonna say. So I go in the bathroom, bro, and I go in the back bathroom. Like I go in the bathroom, didn't think about urinals at the time, and I walk. And anytime I gotta take a shit, I always want. So I gotta take a shit. I walk to the back stall. I always go to the back one first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a public place. Let me try to just be as discreet as I could possibly be. So I'm in there sitting in the fucking toilet shitting. And 2 girls walk in the bathroom.
Oh, God.
And I'm what the fuck? Wait, you know, and it never, that's when it dawned on me where I was at.
If it's 2 of them, I'm in the wrong place. Like,
oh, fuck. So, dude, at that moment, right there.
So you can't leave
I'm
the toilet
done.
until
like I gotta play it all, I gotta be done. And then I gotta sit there and just kind of, like, at this point, you gotta buy some time.
legs, bro. They probably looked under the stall.
No, they didn't catch me because nobody said nothing. I had to buy some time at that point. Like, because I got to count down the seconds because I got to get, like, from here to at least the door and just kind of be out, you know.
yeah.
I can finagle with the door maybe and get it before somebody says, this motherfucker's in the bathroom.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, dude, that was some scary shit.
Yeah,
like, so then
man.
you know, look, I'm
It's like charges.
How's this
I'm
gonna
in true
work?
coach gear. You know what I'm saying? I got the hat, I got the uniform on. Like, dude.
Coach in the girls' bathroom.
Tim Harbaugh arrested today.
They would have had a blast with your
Lord.
ass.
And the first thing hey, look, the best thing to do in that moment is to just confess to everybody. So that's everything I did. I went to everybody and told them exactly this is what happened. That way nobody says that it's, you know, motherfucking shit hit the fan. Look, bro, I was in there. I took a shit. I went in the wrong bed.
Brand went
Catch it
there.
right away.
Dropped a load in their toilet.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
funny.
hey, I can see the logic in that. Their toilet probably a little cleaner. They don't piss on the seat, you know.
Yeah, well, I did
You
it
gotta
on
go
purpose.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
wasn't.
you didn't do it on purpose. It was complete accident.
Yeah, that should have been a red
Right,
flag
hey,
right there. Clean
hey,
toilet seat.
Yeah, right. I should have noticed it right there. But you know, when you slide that, you know, they
Fancy.
They're clean, right? They take pride in that work, you know. So
Piss all on the floor. No piss on the floor, bro. That should have been another red flag.
But that was that was tough, bro. That was a tough moment. That was a tough moment in my life right there. Like, this is a life changer right here.
That could be accidental charges. You
Right,
be in
this is a
jail,
fucking
right?
life
They'll
changer.
never believe you either, bro.
No,
It was
no,
an
I
accident.
know.
Coach in full coach gear in the girls' bathroom.
You got one thing on your mind: excreting this juice. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, things happen, bro. Shit happens. And
That dude probably hurry up.
Yeah.
well, yeah, you just like, don't breathe, don't think, don't do nothing. Just sit, you know, like you don't know what the fuck to do. Just
That's hilarious.
Dude, my luck, I would have let one rip by accident. Bro, they're like,
and they didn't even go to the bathroom. They went in there to gossip. I don't remember
God.
they talking about it. Dude, seriously. I don't remember nobody using the bathroom. I think they just went in there to just fucking say something, and ran out. I'm like, oh shit, this is my time to break. Right now, I gotta do this.
Go sprint out the bathroom, head up, form, everything.
Coach Paul, look, written across, all big across the shirt.
Fuck out of there.
Yep. You know, what am I supposed to say? Well, dude, I was missing one of my players. I didn't know where they were at. Where am I supposed to look? You know, the only place I hadn't checked yet was the back stall in the women's.
I said, brother, I had to shit, and I was running to the bathroom. I didn't even look at the signs. I was full speed, bro.
But you live and you learn, bro. So and I haven't learned yet. That's strike two. Hopefully,
You'll be reading the signs now.
Yep. Yep. Now that I made it public, right? Yeah. So everybody be watching. Isn't that Jeffrey Epstein? Just admitted it, subliminally, hidden in plain sight. This motherfucker.
Yeah. So next week, coming out the bathroom, you just know he can't read.
I just had to make a confessional. Let the world know that I do not read the signs when I walk into the bathroom, but I check for urinals. At least I do that. Shit. Now we're gonna chop this one out for the night. Y'all check out No Me Remix as we roll out of here. We gotta let them know what we got coming up. We got the
retro party on the 14th.
Retro party, September 14th. I'll be at the Bonnie Hole Bash Labor Day weekend. We got more shows coming up here. We hadn't set any dates yet. We're gonna let you know.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, when you ain't got nothing to do, don't go into the women's bathroom. But you can go check out our music on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere where beautiful music is played. Mudbug's video is doing well. Thanks to Mr. Tommy Kumba, aka T.H.C.
Yep.
And we got much more visuals coming up for y'all. We already got a plan for a movie theme, you know what I'm saying? Because we went from just random shots to Steven Seagal, with Denzel Washington and Quentin Tarantino, John Luke. Like, that's where we at right now. That's where we at. Lucas, right. Exactly.
Our own version of the movie.
Yep.
Underground, we feel the monorail. I just can't let go of that rail.
See y'all next week. Peace out.